I got on the wrong bus on the first day of school and was locked in the car by a female professor. On the first day of Xia Mo's college, he got on the wrong car and was locked in by a tall beauty with foxy looks and long legs. The next second, Shen Yu beside Xia Mo said seriously, "Hello handsome guy, can you do me a favor and be my boyfriend for a while?" Xia Mo was stunned for a while, and just as he was about to respond, the phone rang suddenly. It was Shen Yu's mother calling. Shen Yu didn't dare to answer. Suddenly, warm fingertips gently brushed Shen Yu's palm. "Hello, auntie, my name is Xia Mo, and I'm Shen Yu's boyfriend." Many years later, on the beach at dusk, Xia Mo's arms were leaning against Shen Yu. Chapter 1. I got on the wrong bus on the first day of school and was locked in the car by a female professor. In the underground parking lot of Hu City University, inside a white BMW. 26 years old, standing 1.68 meters tall, with long brown wavy hair flowing down her back, wearing a white fairy-like dress, and with a tall, well-proportioned figure, Shen Yu picked up her phone and opened it. Immediately, she saw that the WeChat group was exploding with messages. Shen Yu sighed in relief. Fortunately, she had the foresight to turn off the notification alerts before this. As she scrolled down, in their loving family WeChat group, messages continued to pour in like an explosion. Has Miss Shen finished work yet? By this time, she should have finished work, right? Why isn't she replying? She said she would bring her boyfriend for us to meet. She isn't messing with us again, is she? Hey! Don't say that. After the last lesson, I believe Xia Yu won't do that again. Right, Xia Yu. Xia Yu, are you there? Ding dong. A new WeChat message. From annoying mother, Shen Yu, what are you doing? Huh? I know you're off work, why aren't you replying? Huh? Everyone's already gathered at our house, and you better not do anything tricky again, or there will be consequences. Hurry up and reply in the group, whatever you say, figure it out yourself. Shen Yu turned off her phone, rolled her eyes in frustration, and was about to throw it on the passenger seat. Suddenly, another ding-dong sound came from the phone. A new message. From helpless father, Xia Yu, are you there? Her poor father was probably being forced by her fierce mother to check on her. She couldn't respond to this one. Shen Yu tossed the phone onto the passenger seat, leaned back, and took a deep breath. Damn it. What should I do? The male companion she hired earlier suddenly cancelled and said he wouldn't go home with her. She had no idea why. Now, Shen Yu was alone again, feeling totally helpless. She couldn't ask someone familiar to pretend to be her boyfriend. Her mother knew them all too well. And there was no time to find someone else. Phew. What should she do? Shen Yu leaned back in the driver's seat and closed her eyes, deep in thought. At this moment, in a corner of the underground parking lot, an elevator door suddenly opened. The next second, a tall, handsome young man, standing at 1.83 meters with a fresh and sunny appearance, stepped out of the elevator. Xia Mo, a 19-year-old freshman at Hu City University, was walking towards the parking lot to find his brother. Hey, bro, where's your car? Xia Mo was talking on the phone. Suddenly, his eyes scanned and landed on a white BMW. His brother's car was a white BMW. Without checking the license plate, he quickly added, "Bro, I see your car." Hanging up now. After ending the call, Xia Mo smiled and quickened his pace toward the white BMW. PFF. The sound of the door opening. Bang. The sound of the door closing. Xia Mo sat down in the passenger seat, pulled the seatbelt over, and was about to buckle up. Bro, let us go, let us have some fun. But before he finished speaking, Xia Mo looked up, and his eyes widened in shock. Oh no. He got on the wrong car. Sitting in the driver's seat of the white BMW was the stunning Shen Yu. Xia Mo froze for a moment, swallowed hard, and quickly regained his composure. Sorry, wrong car. Sorry. He immediately started to unbuckle the seatbelt and turned to open the door to get out. But the next second, he heard the sound of the car door locking with a thunk. Xia Mo's eyes widened again. What's going on? The door was locked from the inside. Xia Mo stood still, completely stunned. This was all just a mistake of getting into the wrong car, and now he was locked inside by a beautiful woman. This is insane. Big sister, look, I've apologized. Could you please be kind and let me out? Chapter 2. Being caught by a female professor to meet her parents. Shen Yu nodded again in his heart, not bad. Yeah. Not bad. This little boy, his facial features, figure and temperament are all good. It seems possible. Yes. Shen Yu said coldly. Xia Mo felt relieved immediately. Thank you, then. Xia Mo said, raising her hand and pointing to the locked car door. Shen Yu did not unlock the door at the first time, but also raised her hand and pointed to the passenger seat under Xia Mo's buttocks. My phone seems to be under your buttocks just now. Xia Mo's eyes widened and he was stunned. Then, he immediately felt it carefully. Hey. It seems that there is really something under the buttocks. I didn't feel it at the first time. It's really cracked. This BMW seat cushion is good. Xia Mo immediately got up and reached out to touch the thing under his buttocks. When he picked it up, it was really a mobile phone. The screen is cracked. It doesn't look cheap. Sorry, I'll compensate you right away. After saying that, Xia Mo took out his phone and was ready to scan the code. Suddenly, he heard Shen Yu beside him suddenly say, no need. R. Xia Mo immediately thought, this young lady is so nice. Sure enough, a beautiful woman is. As soon as Xia Mo thought of this, he heard Shen Yu continue, I want to ask you to do me a favor, you see. Shen Yu said, staring at Xia Mo with eyes full of expectation and pleading. People. That's it, as long as you feel that you owe the other person, and the other person pretends to be pitiful, you will immediately soften your heart. Xia Mo is a very soft-hearted person. Seeing Shen Yu suddenly come up with this trick, he decided, Miss, what favor do you need? Tell me first. Shen Yu didn't have time to come, so he said without hesitation, pretend to be my boyfriend. This favor, it seems. Xia Mo frowned and thought about it. Just when he thought of this, he heard Shen Yu continue, go home with me to meet my parents. Oh my god. Xia Mo immediately widened his eyes. This. It seems a bit. Xia Mo was ready to refuse. In his opinion, this favor was a bit difficult to help. It's not that he didn't want to, but he was afraid that he couldn't help well. But the next second, before Xia Mo finished speaking, Shen Yu's voice immediately interrupted him, it's just a meeting and a meal, nothing special, please, help me, okay. I made an appointment before, but I don't know what happened, and I broke the appointment. I really don't have time to find someone else now. You know, if our generation is urged by our parents for such things, it will be really terrible. Please. Okay? Shen Yu put his hands together and began to thank Xia Mo and pray sincerely. At this moment, Xia Mo couldn't help but think of her elder sister who was despised by her mother when she went home alone. It doesn't seem to be a big deal on the surface, but in fact, it's very hurtful. Just when Xia Mo was thinking about this and preparing to respond to Shen Yu, suddenly, the phone in Xia Mo's hand rang. It was Jay Chou's song, one of Xia Mo's favorites. It seems that the phone is not completely broken. Xia Mo was stunned for a moment, and immediately handed the phone to Shen Yu. Sister, your phone number. With a glance, Xia Mo saw that it was Shen Yu's mother who called. When Shen Yu saw it, her brows immediately frowned, cracked. Then, she first looked at Xia Mo, raised her finger in front of her mouth and shushed, indicating Xia Mo to say, don't talk. Xia Mo nodded gently, and then she saw Shen Yu sliding the screen and answering the phone. Suddenly, a fierce female voice came from the other end of the phone, Shen Yu. Are you really bold? You didn't reply to so many messages, what does it mean? Are you going to disown me as your mother? Speak. Shen Yu was really speechless at this moment, especially speechless. If the other party was not her mother, Shen Yu really wanted to hang up the phone immediately. But she couldn't. If she hung up the phone, she would be even more miserable. Right now, the most important thing is how to respond to her mother. The boy in front of me hasn't agreed to my request yet. What should I do? Thinking of this, Shen Yu was still thinking, but the next second, she suddenly felt a warm touch on the back of her hand that immediately hit her heart. It was the warmth of the fingertips. Whose fingertips? Besides his, whose else? After being stunned for a moment, Shen Yu immediately turned her head and looked at the co-pilot seat beside her. I saw Xia Mo reaching out to take the phone gently, and then gently put it to her ear. Hello, auntie, my name is Xia Mo, and I'm Shen Yu's boyfriend. The person on the other end of the phone was stunned at first, and then asked seriously, are you really Shen Yu's boyfriend? Xia Mo smiled, of course. Then tell me, what were you doing just now? Why didn't Shen Yu reply to my message? Xia Mo said very naturally, Auntie, it was my fault just now. I didn't let Shen Yu reply to your message. Why? Because Shen Yu and I were kissing, hugging, and sticking. Ahem. Okay, come home quickly. Okay, Auntie. Beep beep beep. With the sound, the phone was hung up. Xia Mo was about to hand the phone back to Shen Yu, and as soon as he turned his head, he realized that the car had been started. Thank you, Xia Mo, now let's go home. Before Xia Mo could react, Shen Yu had already stepped on the accelerator. Chapter 3, A Test from Mother Shen. At this moment, Shen Yu's mood felt like a roller coaster. She had just reached the peak, extremely happy. She hadn't expected that Xia Mo, this younger brother, was so understanding, gentle, and considerate. Not bad at all. As time passed, the sound of brakes squealing broke the silence. In the underground parking lot of the happy neighborhood, Shen Yu pulled out the car key and immediately turned to look at Xia Mo, who was still in a daze in the passenger seat. Here we are. Xia Mo was snapped back to reality, pausing for a moment, then replying, Oh. Big sister, I think maybe. Xia Mo hesitated. Honestly, he had only helped Shen Yu in order to avoid her having to deal with her mother's endless nagging. He hadn't expected this to happen. Well, he admitted, he acted impulsively. He often did this, helping out without thinking and then adding unnecessary trouble for himself. Shen Yu's face immediately showed disappointment. Xia Mo, if you're helping, help me to the end. Please, take me all the way. She then reached out and gently grabbed his sleeve, cutely pouting and shaking it as she made a pleading gesture. Xia Mo's eyes widened, a slight shiver running through him. His heart began to race. After a moment, he looked up and met Shen Yu's gaze. Seeing her continue to shake his sleeve with a sincere, pleading expression, he felt his heart soften. Just as Xia Mo was about to respond, the ringtone of a phone echoed loudly in the car. Ring, ring, ring. It was a familiar song by Jay Cho. Upon hearing it clearly, Xia Mo realized it was Shen Yu's phone ringing. He glanced down to see that Shen Yu was about to pick up the phone from the console. The screen displayed, annoying mother incoming call. Xia Mo couldn't help but laugh at the situation. She was calling so persistently. Shen Yu was still hesitating whether to answer, as Xia Mo hadn't agreed yet. Answer it, Xia Mo said gently, looking at Shen Yu's pleading face. Shen Yu quickly looked up, locking eyes with him. After a pause, she saw him smile softly in front of her. Big sister, let me help you this time, answer it. Shen Yu was touched, her heart fluttered. Thank you. Beep. She answered the call. Hello, Mom, what's up? Shen Yu answered. From the other side, her mother's voice came through, Did you arrive? Just got here. Good, when you come up, can you pick up the package from the first floor locker? Okay. Great, hurry up. Okay. Hang up. Beep, beep, beep. Shen Yu didn't think much of it, and neither did Xia Mo. They both got out of the car. Let us go. Shen Yu led the way, and Xia Mo followed right behind. They went straight to the first floor delivery locker. As soon as Shen Yu arrived, her phone rang again. Ding dong. It was another message from her annoying mother. Shen Yu opened it, her eyes immediately widening in shock. It was the pickup codes for 9 packages. Unbelievable. After a brief moment of shock, Xia Mo, sensing something was off, quietly asked, What's wrong? Shen Yu looked up and met his gaze, furrowing her brows. My mom tricked me. She said there was only 1 package, but now I see there are 9. Most of the items are large, and without bags, there is no way the 2 of us can carry them all. She paused for a moment, then raised an eyebrow and said seriously, Never mind. Let us just say we can't carry them. I'll bring some bags later. Let us go up first. Before she finished speaking, Shen Yu turned to leave. But Xia Mo stayed rooted to the spot. After a couple of steps, Shen Yu realized Xia Mo hadn't followed and turned around, her face filled with concern. What's wrong? She was afraid that Xia Mo might back out now. But the next second, she realized she was overthinking. Xia Mo smiled gently. Come on, let me see what your mom bought. Shen Yu furrowed her brow for a moment, then walked back. Wait a minute. Xia Mo stepped forward and stood next to her, looking down at the list of packages. Among the items, there was a garbage bag. This is useful. It can be used to carry things. Chapter 4, The Test Continues. Afterwards, Summer helped open the package containing the trash bags and used them to pack the remaining packages together. This not only reduced the weight that she had to carry but also solved the problem of not being able to handle all the parcels. Carrying the bag of packages, Summer was about to step into the elevator when, from the side, Shen Yu stretched out her hand and said to Summer, "Come on, it must be heavy, let me help you." Summer quickly switched the bag to the other hand and smiled at Shen Yu, saying, "This is man's work, please don't take it from me." Shen Yu immediately pouted and smiled. This little brother was surprisingly humorous. Of course, from what had just happened, he was also quite smart. He had his own ideas. "All right," Shen Yu smiled and gently nodded. "In that case, I'll leave it to you." Summer smiled in response. "So, can I have an extra bowl of rice at your place later?" Har har har. "Of course. I'll call my mom to cook some more rice." "You're evil." "Huh? Why? You're trying to make me overeat. Aren't you evil?" Har har har. "I guess you're right. My bad, I know it now." Shen Yu smiled and gave a small bow. As she got up, with a ding-dong sound, the elevator arrived and the doors opened. Summer smiled, then glanced at Shen Yu in front of her, raised her hand and made a gesture to stop her. "Straighten up." Shen Yu smiled, reached out, and gently tapped Summer's arm. "All right, enough of the teasing, let's go." With that, Shen Yu stepped out of the elevator first. 9th floor. Room 901. It was Summer's favorite floor. After they exited the elevator and turned left, it didn't take long for Summer to follow Shen Yu to the door of her house. At that moment, Shen Yu pulled out her keys to open the door, but suddenly, the door was pushed open from the inside. It startled both Shen Yu and Summer. Shen Yu immediately took a step back, and Summer followed suit, maintaining a safe distance. "Mom!" Suddenly, Shen Yu's voice rang out ahead of Summer. Looking up, Summer saw a middle-aged woman standing at the door. She had short, slightly curled brown hair, and wore a purple, loose basic dress that made her appear graceful and competent. This was a no-nonsense woman who seemed formidable, which explained why Shen Yu was acting like a well-behaved kitten in front of her. Summer glanced at her for a moment, then realized the woman's eyes had shifted to her, and they were now making eye contact. To avoid any awkwardness, Summer quickly regained her composure, smiled, and gently bowed. "Hello, auntie. My name is Summer." Before Summer could finish, Shen Yu suddenly reached over and linked her arm with Summer's, smiling. "This is my boyfriend, Mom. What do you think?" Shen Yu's mother, Li Chunlan, carefully sized up Summer from head to toe, then naturally said, "Decent looks and figure. All right, stop standing out here. Come in, everyone's waiting for you." "Okay," Shen Yu responded cheerfully. She took a step forward, but just as she was about to move inside, Li Chunlan suddenly raised her hand to block her way. "You, go and take out the trash now." With that, Li Chunlan bent down and picked up a black trash bag from the side of the door and handed it to Shen Yu. Shen Yu froze at the door. What was going on? Was her mom serious about taking out the trash now? She was completely dumbfounded. Seeing this, Summer immediately smiled and reached out for the trash bag. "Auntie, I'll take it." After receiving the trash bag from Li Chunlan, Summer asked, "Auntie, where should I put these packages?" Li Chunlan turned her gaze and first looked at the package in Summer's hand, which was packed inside the trash bag. Then she looked up at Summer and said naturally, "Just bring them in and leave them by the door." "Got it." Summer carefully walked inside, and as she bent down to place the packages, she vaguely overheard voices inside the house, murmuring, "Do you think it's a bit unnecessary for Chunlan to do all this? People are fine as long as their appearance, character, and other qualities are about the same. As long as Xia Yu likes him, that's what matters." And hearing this, Summer was suddenly tapped lightly on the shoulder by Li Chunlan. "Summer, hurry up and come back quickly." "Okay." Chapter 5, Shen Yu steals a kiss from Xia Mo. Li Chunlan's words interrupted Xia Mo's listening, and he immediately turned to smile at Li Chunlan. "Okay, auntie." Before his words were fully out, Xia Mo stepped outside the door, ready to leave and throw out the trash. Suddenly, a warm little hand grabbed his forearm. "I'll go with you." Shen Yu looked at Xia Mo with tenderness, feeling 100 seconds of heartache. Li Chunlan, standing quietly on the side, narrowed her eyes slightly. Xia Mo, using his peripheral vision, caught a glimpse of Li Chunlan, realizing something was off. He immediately smiled and said, "No need, I can do it alone. You should go back and keep auntie company, okay?" Shen Yu immediately frowned. "You don't want me to go with you?" Xia Mo smiled bitterly. "No, how could I? Then let me go with you," Shen Yu said, pulling at Xia Mo's sleeve with both hands and gently shaking it. "Okay? Pretty please. Okay, okay?" Shen Yu was acting cute, which always made Xia Mo's heart race. It was no different this time. Xia Mo's heart tightened, and he rolled his eyes slightly. "I really have no way of dealing with you." But this time was different from before. Sigh. Xia Mo smiled and sighed softly. Shen Yu immediately frowned. "Why are you sighing?" Xia Mo raised his hand and gently scratched the bridge of Shen Yu's nose. "Because you're being naughty. Can you be a little obedient?" Shen Yu pouted and shook his head gently. "No, I want to go with you." Xia Mo smiled naturally. "I'll be quick. You go back and keep auntie company. Be a good girl, okay? If you're obedient, when I get back, I'll give you a big reward. How about that?" Shen Yu's eyes immediately brightened. "Really?" Xia Mo laughed. "Of course, I never lie." "Then pinky swear." Xia Mo smiled helplessly. "Okay, pinky swear." Xia Mo held out his hand, and Shen Yu immediately raised her hand, linking her pinky with his, and they smiled as they chanted together, "Pinky swear, 100 years, no changing, whoever changes is a little dog. Stamp it." Shen Yu smiled and then pressed her thumb against Xia Mo's with a little playful push. Xia Mo let go of her hand and smiled. "All right. Be good, I'm leaving." Before the words finished, Xia Mo gently ruffled Shen Yu's smooth hair. Shen Yu squinted her eyes, enjoying the moment. Just as Xia Mo raised his hand and was about to leave, he suddenly felt something tugging at the corner of his shirt. Frowning slightly, he turned around, only to see Shen Yu holding onto the corner of his shirt, preventing him from leaving. Xia Mo smiled helplessly. "What now?" Shen Yu pouted, looking unhappy. "The pinky swear was too perfunctory, it doesn't count." Xia Mo blinked in surprise, then stayed silent for a moment. "Oh. Then what do you think should be done?" Shen Yu immediately raised her eyes to look at Xia Mo, a smile gradually forming on her face. She quietly watched him for a while, then suddenly moved toward him. Stopping just a fist's distance away from Xia Mo, she looked directly into his eyes, holding his gaze. At that moment, both of their hearts started beating rapidly, especially Xia Mo. His face turned bright red in an instant. What is Sister Shen Yu doing? Could it be? Xia Mo's heart was a mess, his thoughts completely scrambled. At this moment, "I want to do it this way." Before Xia Mo could think further, Shen Yu's soft voice sounded. Before the words even finished, Shen Yu suddenly stood on her tiptoes, lightly pressing her soft lips against Xia Mo's red lips. Xia Mo's eyes widened in shock. His hands clenched into fists as his heart seemed to leap out of his chest. Thump, thump, thump. The intense sound of his heart seemed to echo in his ears. His first kiss, just like that, it was gone. Wow, the feeling is still quite strange. Sister Shen Yu's lips are so soft. I've left the door open for you, hurry back. Shen Yu lowered her heels and gently patted Xia Mo's arm, trying to act natural as she smiled. With those words, Shen Yu turned and linked arms with her mother, Li Chunlan, as they walked back into their house. Let us go, Mom. At that moment, Shen Yu's steps resembled that of a soldier escaping, casually busy yet subtly shy. Li Chunlan smiled. All right. That naughty girl, she finally gets it. Inside, Li Chunlan was feeling extremely satisfied. To help Shen Yu find a partner, she had been putting in a lot of effort every day. Sigh. But now, it seemed like the person she brought home wasn't so bad after all. Chapter 6, Late Summer Reluctance. Xia Mo stood there in a daze for a long time before he slowly came to his senses and went to throw away the garbage. The feeling of being secretly kissed by a girl is pretty good and wonderful. Along the way, Xia Mo was grinning foolishly. Then, unknowingly, Xia Mo returned to Shen Yu's house after throwing away the garbage, and was just about to raise her hand to knock on the door. Although Shen Yu left the door open for himself, in Xia Mo's opinion, this courtesy was still necessary, just to politely inform the people in the room that I was back. Just then, just as Xia Mo raised his hand to knock on the door. Suddenly, Xia Mo, standing outside the door, heard Shen Yu being asked what he did inside. Xia Yu, what is your Xia Mo doing outside? When Xia Mo heard this, he immediately frowned. At that time, I was in a hurry to come home with Shen Yu, and I didn't tell Shen Yu these things. Now, Shen Yu must be very anxious. Xia Mo immediately came to his senses, raised his hand and knocked hard on the door. Boom boom boom. Suddenly, Shen Yu's happy voice came from the room, my Xia Mo is back, I'll go pick him up. Hey! It's good to be young. This free love talk is so comfortable. Xia Mo, wow. You're so affectionate when you call me Chunlan. I feel like Xia Yu is probably not far from finally finding her single status. Congratulations. Li Chunlan looked at Shen Yu running towards the door and squinted her eyes, I hope so. Come on, sister-in-law, help me prepare the meal. Oh, okay. Shen Yu then accelerated to the door of the room, opened the door, tilted his head, and smiled gently at Xia Mo outside the door. Hello, sir, who are you looking for? Xia Mo smiled and said, hello, I'm looking for Miss Shen, is she there? Oh. You're looking for my lady, so may I ask who you are? Xia Mo, Xia, the Xia of summer, Mo, the Mo of little Mo. Xia Mo said deliberately and laughed deliberately. Xia Mo heard clearly the very affectionate Xia Mo that Shen Yu called her in the house just now. Shen Yu immediately closed his eyes and smiled shyly, hateful. Xia Mo laughed, and after a moment of silence, he smiled again and said, can I come in? Shen Yu opened his eyes and smiled at Xia Mo, then rolled his eyes and gave Xia Mo a look. You ask even though you know the answer. Before he finished speaking, Shen Yu reached out and grabbed Xia Mo's collar and pulled her in. Then the two of them hugged each other at the door. At that moment, Shen Yu hooked Xia Mo's neck tightly with both hands and laughed, you are so bad. Xia Mo smiled and said, I learned it from you. Then, Shen Yu did not continue to respond, but stared at Xia Mo quietly, with his face and eyes full of emotion. This time, I really met a little brother who is so good. I am so lucky. Shen Yu sighed, Xia Mo really suits her taste. At this moment in the late summer, I think so too. Thank you. Shen Yu suddenly said seriously. Xia Mo smiled naturally and said, is my acting okay? Shen Yu also smiled, full marks. Especially just now, right? Shen Yu recalled that she had just kissed Xia Mo secretly, and her face became shy again, you are so bad. Come to think of it, you wouldn't mind, would you? Xia Mo curled her lips, with a slight smirk at the corner of her mouth, and said, anyway, I think I got the upper hand. Har har har, bad guy. Shen Yu hugged him closer. Xia Mo said seriously, that's also because of your good teaching, teacher. At this moment, just when Shen Yu wanted to continue responding to Xia Mo, suddenly, a voice that was extremely familiar to Shen Yu came from behind. Xia Yu, stop showing off your affection. My aunt is going to be jealous to death. Shen Yu's younger sister-in-law, Shen Jixin, is not tall, but has a good body proportion. She is now in her 30s and almost 40 years old. She is a beautiful woman with full charm, and is still single. Before this, she always told Shen Yu, Xia Yu. Marriage is not a joke, so don't be careless and rough. It's better to get married later and wait for the right person. So the first condition that the right person needs to meet is that he must be good to you. Shen Yu always kept it in mind. She felt that what her aunt said made sense. It's time to eat. Shen Jixin's smile was very warm, and her pair of dimples made her look very beautiful. Shen Yu responded happily, okay, I'll be right there. Looking back, Shen Yu held Xia Mo's hand and said, let's go and have dinner. Xia Mo nodded gently, okay. After dinner, it's time to go our separate ways. At this moment, Xia Mo's heart is full of reluctance. Chapter 7 Objection from Shen's mother. Xia Mo, what are you doing out there? At this moment, Xia Mo was sitting next to Shen Yu at the Shen family's round dining table. To be honest, she felt a little restrained. Suddenly, Shen Yu's aunt Shen Jixin looked at Xia Mo and asked suddenly. In her eyes, Xia Mo's appearance was okay, but she didn't know what he was like inside. After all, they had just started dating. Anyway, as Shen Yu's aunt, I have to take this matter seriously. Including Xia Mo, there were 9 people in total at the round table, and except Xia Mo, they were all relatives of the Shen family. Uncle Shen Yu's family consists of 4 people, Shen Yu's family consists of 3 people, plus Shen Yu's aunt Shen Jixin. At this time, Xia Mo raised his eyes and glanced around in front of him. Seeing those unfamiliar faces, to be honest, he was really nervous. The energy that had been used to comfort herself suddenly lost its effect. Xia Mo immediately took a deep breath in her heart, turned her eyes to Shen Jixin and looked at him. Oh, Aunt, I'm still in school. Xia Mo thought it was better to tell the truth. After all, people should be honest. University. Shen Jixin's brows were slightly wrinkled. Xia Mo nodded slightly, yes, freshman. At this moment, Shen Jixin's face and eyes were full of speechlessness. Beside Xia Mo, Shen Yu saw this situation at this time, and immediately raised a smile on his face, picked up a piece of braised pork with chopsticks and handed it into Xia Mo's bowl, and said with a smile, "Come on, Xia Mo, eat meat." Xia Mo looked at Shen Yu and smiled, "Thank you." Then, Xia Mo smiled, and in Shen Yu's opinion, she became even more nervous and restrained. At the moment, Shen Yu did not blame Shen Jixin for why she wanted to talk about this topic just now. What she thought was that Shen Jixin did this for her own good. After all, I'm not a child anymore, so I should find someone who is mature and stable. Finding someone who is still in college, or even a freshman, someone who has just become an adult and may not even understand the word responsibility, is simply a waste of time. This is nonsense. Although it is important to find the right person, it also depends on age groups. Li Chunlan had been watching quietly at the side. After all, she had the same idea as Shen Jixin. Shen Yu, don't worry, let's figure this out tonight. Now, let us eat first. I won't talk nonsense with you anymore. Come on, Xia Mo, eat more vegetables, eat more vegetables. Li Chunlan said, raising her finger and pointing at Shen Yu, saying seriously, Shen Yu, come on, pick up more food for Xia Mo, take good care of Xia Mo, and make sure he eats and drinks well. Shen Yu turned to look at Li Chunlan at this time and watched quietly for a while. Shen Yu immediately understood that Li Chunlan already had a negative attitude towards Xia Mo. Give more food to Xia Mo, which means telling herself not to talk and just do what she says. Telling Xia Mo to eat more vegetables is like telling Xia Mo not to talk. Not allowing people to speak is already a denial of this. Li Chunlan then saw Shen Yu still staring at her, and her brows immediately frowned. Shen Yu, why are you looking at me? Didn't you hear what I just said? Li Chunlan's attitude immediately became tough, and Shen Guangming, Shen's father, trembled physically and mentally. It is this kind of situation, which suddenly occurs in a family, that is the most uncomfortable. Fear. There's nothing I can do about it, that's what it means to be henpecked. In the Shen family, Li Chunlan is the king. At this time, Shen Yu felt really bad when Li Chunlan said this. She and Li Chunlan just looked at each other quietly, with an attitude of not accepting anyone and not listening to anyone. She just looked at Li Chunlan quietly and continued. On the side, Shen Guangming saw this and immediately winked at Shen Yu beside Li Chunlan and said, Xia Yu, don't be impulsive. You can't do that. Let your mother give way, let your mother give way. Don't be impulsive. Otherwise, your bad-tempered mother might overturn the dining table. Shen Yu was also very angry at the moment. She totally ignored the naked hint from Shen Guangming. At this moment, she was looking at Li Chunlan openly as usual. Until then, Xia Mo's warm hand gently pulled the corner of Shen Yu's clothes under the dining table, and Shen Yu gradually came to his senses and stopped being so stubborn. Shen Yu turned to look at Xia Mo, only to see Xia Mo smiling and saying, eat quickly, or the food will be cold soon. Treasure it. After saying that, Xia Mo smiled and shook her head gently. Double hint, Xia Mo was thinking, Shen Yu is not a fool, he will definitely understand. What it means is that I want to do something, but my mother doesn't agree. Instead of going against her, I might as well coax her to agree to do it. She is your mother, so you should cherish this relationship. Chapter 8. The head teacher of the summer class turned out to be Shen Yu. Maybe Shen Yu has become accustomed to going against his mother Li Chunlan over the years, so he behaved like that just now. Now after Xia Mo's guidance, Shen Yu immediately began to reflect. Yes. Cherish it well. After all, mom is old too. Auntie, the food is delicious. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you, thank you. When leaving the Shen family, after saying this, Xia Mo bowed deeply to Li Chunlan and other members of the Shen family. In fact, when it comes down to it, I still made a profit on this trip. All these things happened just because I got on the wrong bus. Being kissed secretly by Sister Shen Yu also made his heart begin to palpitate for a woman. Maybe, this is fate. From childhood to adulthood, Xia Mo still believes in the word fate for anyone or anything. Well, if only I were a few years older. When Xia Mo took the elevator, she smiled at Shen Yu, feeling this way in her heart. Sister Shen Yu is a beautiful woman, and we can really get along well. It's a pity that I'm too young. Well, thank you, Xia Mo. Shen Yu's face was full of guilt. Today was supposed to be a happy day, but who knew? Well, Shen Yu felt only guilt and apology towards Xia Mo at this moment. Xia Mo smiled, her smile still warming her heart. Sister Yu, you don't treat me as your own, do you? Outside the community, without the identity of a fake couple, this time, the two of them were alone together and finally returned to normal and peaceful. Xia Mo was still so cheerful and humorous. Shen Yu's heart was beating again. Well, if only I were a few years younger. At the end of summer, I will definitely have a passionate love affair with you. Only now. It's not that we can't talk about it, but my mother will get in the way. This is very annoying. Shen Yu frowned slightly, but still smiled happily. You are already my best friend, so don't say stupid things like that anymore. Okay? Xia Mo laughed heartily. I will obey your command. Don't be angry when you go back. Xia Mo was still a little worried about the relationship between Shen Yu and Li Chunlan. Don't worry, I will always be happy. At least, I will be happy today. Xia Mo smiled helplessly. Think carefully. Let's go, best friend. If you need anything, please contact me. I'm always here. Bye, thank you for today. You're too polite again. Bye. Xia Mo didn't even turn his head. Shen Yu kept watching him leave. I really don't know when and where we will meet next time. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the end of summer. Or maybe, we will never see each other again. Xia Mo decided that this fate will be remembered forever. If it can be continued, Xia Mo decided. When I got home, it was already 8 o'clock in the evening. Cousin Xia Huan was not at home. He just left a note on the table, saying, classes will officially start tomorrow. Go to bed early. Xia Mo probably went out for social events again. This night, Xia Mo tossed and turned and couldn't sleep. I opened Shen Yu's WeChat several times in a row, wanting to send her a different WeChat message. It's a pity that it was never sent. Time goes fast, extremely fast. In a blink of an eye, Xia Mo was already on his way to the classroom at Shanghai University. Xia Mo is studying fine arts, and at this moment, half of the seats in Art Education 301 classroom are already full. Xia Mo walked in at this time. Xia Mo, who was still handsome and delicate, immediately heard the girls around him starting to talk about him. So handsome. Mayu, how about you help me get a WeChat account? Mayu immediately rolled her eyes and said, no, I think he's handsome too, I want him too. You. The girl was angry, and she was saying in her heart, okay, American English, then it's fair competition, anyway, you are not as pretty as me, huh? The girl then raised her hand and slapped the table, then stood up and prepared to ask Xia Mo for her WeChat ID. However, at this moment, suddenly, a short and fat boy wearing glasses ran in from the door. The boy was not very short, about 1.7 meters tall, and wore a pair of round-framed glasses with large lenses. When he ran, his big belly and two fleshy pectoral muscles swung violently, which was quite cute. The teacher is here. After saying that, the fat man took off the school bag behind him and sat down next to Xia Mo. When the girl heard this, her agitated heart was immediately poured with a bucket of cold water, and she simply chose to finish the get out of class. The girl then sat down, raised her eyes, and looked again at Xia Mo, who was sitting by the window. Her profile was so stunning. So cool. At this moment, Xia Mo was tilting his head and looking out the window. I don't know if it's because my hearing is naturally good or what, but at this moment, Xia Mo could already hear the rhythmic sound of high heels continuing in the corridor outside the classroom. Boom boom boom. It sounds quite pleasant. Xia Mo then closed her eyes and began to enjoy it. Start daydreaming. After all, I didn't sleep well last night because of Shen Yu. I continued to listen, and the sound of high heels was getting closer. Until this moment, the sound of high heels in the classroom suddenly stopped, and Xia Mo opened her eyes and looked towards the podium. However, the person standing on the podium was Shen Yu, who was wearing a white dress. Like a fairy. Hello, students. My name is Shen Yu, and I am the head teacher of your My One class. It's her. Chapter 9. Nice to meet you again. It's her. It's her. It's her. At this moment, there is only Shen Yu in Xia Mo's eyes. That white dress really makes Shen Yu look like a fairy. Shen Yu is so beautiful today. So beautiful. I really want to go up and say hello to her. Hi. Hello, classmate. My name is Xiao Jingchao. Nice to meet you. At that moment, just as Xia Mo was looking at Shen Yu, who was sorting out materials on the podium, the fat man with glasses beside him suddenly stretched out his hand towards Xia Mo. Xia Mo was stunned for a moment, then turned around and saw that the fat man was sitting next to him. Just now, due to Shen Yu's arrival, Xia Mo's attention was completely attracted to him, resulting in Xia Mo realizing that the fat man Xiao Jingchao was sitting next to him. Hello, Xia Mo, nice to meet you. Before he finished speaking, Xia Mojiang reached out his hand towards Xiao Jingchao and shook hands with him. Then, the next second, he heard Xiao Jingchao let go of his hand and looked at him with a natural smile. Teacher Shen is beautiful, right? Xia Mo smiled slightly. Why did the fat man suddenly mention Shen Yu? Xia Mo was stunned for a second, then nodded gently and smiled. Yes, very beautiful. What's wrong? Xia Mo was still concerned about Shen Yu. At this moment, he really wanted to know why Xiao Jingchao suddenly asked him this. Does this count as having put Shen Yu into his deep pocket of love? I am sick. Then, Xia Mo heard Xiao Jingchao continue to laugh naturally. Nothing, I just feel that I have a new love rival. Alas. And it's a love rival that I can't defeat. Sad. So sad. Well. Xia Mo's eyes widened immediately. Xiao Jingchao was puzzled. He didn't understand. Is this true? You like teacher Shen Yu, right? Xia Mo's heart immediately tightened. Oh no, I was discovered. Is it so obvious? I can't say I like her, but I think teacher Shen is really good looking. Xiao Jingchao stared at Xia Mo quietly for a while, then frowned slightly. Really? This guy has such a vicious look in his eyes. Xia Mo sighed and said, you talk too much. Har har har. Xiao Jingchao immediately laughed. After laughing, when Xiao Jingchao was about to continue talking to Xia Mo, suddenly, Shen Yu's voice suddenly rang out on the podium. This classmate. Shen Yu stuttered for a moment, because she had just seen Xia Mo. The boy who made me completely sleepless last night. He was actually in his own class. He is my own student. In Shen Yu's eyes, there was no trace of the fat man Xiao Jingchao at this moment. All he could see was Xia Mo beside him. After the two looked at each other for a long time, Xiao Jingchao finally noticed something unusual between them, and immediately coughed lightly. Teacher, I know I was wrong. Shen Yu then looked back at Xiao Jingchao and was stunned for a moment. Then, she heard Xiao Jingchao continue to say seriously, I shouldn't have made such a noisy noise in class and disturbed you. I'm sorry. Shen Yu then realized that this was what Xiao Jingchao wanted to say. Originally, this was what I wanted to say when I looked at the fat guy just now. It was just delayed because it was late summer. What a fate. Shen Yu couldn't help but turn his eyes and secretly glance at Xia Mo at this time. This scene was immediately seen by Xiao Jingchao, who was already very concerned about Shen Yu, and he narrowed his eyes. At this moment, suddenly, the real class bell rang in the classroom, startling Shen Yu. Ring, ring, ring. Shen Yu was startled, and immediately recovered. He was careless. Now that class is in session, it is better to be reserved. Anyway, Xia Mo is my student now, and there will be plenty of opportunities and time for us to get in touch with each other. There is no need to rush, so there is still a long way to go. There is a long way to go. Very nice. Okay, class is officially starting now, let's take roll call. Late summer. At this time, after Shen Yu heard the class bell completely dissipated, he immediately adjusted the expression on his face and smiled. After calling out the word Xia Mo, Shen Yu immediately looked towards Xia Mo openly. Smiling, he continued, is Xia Mo here? Xia Mo immediately stood up with a smile and waved at Shen Yu. At that moment, his eyes, full of joy and a little love, immediately met Shen Yu's gaze. Teacher, I'm here. At this moment, the girl who was staring at Xia Mo started talking to the girl next to her again. Oh. So this handsome guy is called Xia Mo. What a nice name. After class, I must add him on WeChat. I must. It was also at this moment that Xiao Jingchao narrowed his eyes again as he looked at Xia Mo. Well, Xia Mo, welcome to the first class of American education. Then, please introduce yourself. Xia Mo smiled. Okay, teacher. Before he finished speaking, Xia Mo immediately walked towards the podium. Not for anything else, just want to get to Shen Yu as soon as possible. Just to shorten the distance that seems not long but is like an abyss. Nice to meet you, Teacher Shen Yu. Nice to meet you, Xia Mo-san. In their sentences, they both tacitly concealed two words, the so-called again. Nice to meet you again. Chapter 10. Go to the underground parking lot and get in the car. At this time, Xia Mo glanced at the roster on the podium and immediately found that he was not ranked first. So, originally, I shouldn't be standing here at this moment, but because the person who just named was Shen Yu, I am standing here now. Sister Shen Yu misses herself too much. Sister Shen Yu's little tricks are really memorable. Hello everyone, my name is Xia Mo, Xia for summer, Mo for the end of the world. Nice to meet you all. Please take care of me in the future. After saying that, Xia Mo bowed slightly to the students below the podium. Suddenly, a warm applause broke out from below the podium. It was also at this moment that Xia Mo felt someone gently pulling her clothes from behind. What is happening? Xia Mo immediately widened his eyes in surprise, then was stunned for a moment, and then was pulled back by the clothes behind him that continued to be pulled. Xia Mo immediately glanced behind him with the corner of his eye, and saw that at this moment, Shen Yu, who was standing behind him, was secretly pulling his clothes gently with his hands. Oh my god! Shen Yu is too courageous. What's going on? This is a school classroom. Although it is a university, after all. Shen Yu, as a teacher, you should pay attention to this. Otherwise, it will have a bad impact on you. What's going on? Are you missing yourself too much? Still. Xia Mo was stunned for a moment, then his eyes rolled back and he coughed lightly. Before the voice completely fell, Xia Mo immediately moved towards Shen Yu's side. Teacher, I'm done, please. Xia Mo was actually helping Shen Yu by doing this. If Shen Yu's little action was really seen by someone, to be honest, Xia Mo felt that the consequences would be serious. I really don't know what's in Shen Yu's little head. How dare he do this? What a courage! So at that moment, Xia Mo leaned towards Shen Yu, and immediately blocked the little movements of Shen Yu's hands behind her. It really makes people worry. As soon as the words fell, Xia Mo nodded and bowed gently to Shen Yu. Then, he saw Shen Yu in front of him smiling naturally and said, Okay, classmate Xia Mo, remember to study hard and make progress every day in the future. Shen Yu's smile is still so warm. At this moment, Xia Mo, feeling that Shen Yu's hand had been taken back, immediately nodded and smiled, Okay, teacher. She had to leave as soon as possible. It wasn't that Xia Mo was afraid of Shen Yu, but Xia Mo was afraid that if she stayed for too long, Shen Yu would not be able to help but do something bold again. In this way, wouldn't she be harming Shen Yu? This won't he do. After the words fell, Xia Mo nodded and bowed gently to Shen Yu again, and was about to turn around and leave the stage. Suddenly, Shen Yu's voice suddenly sounded behind Xia Mo. Wait a moment, Xia Mo-san. Xia Mo widened his eyes slightly. What happened? What's wrong, teacher? Shen Yu picked up the roster from the podium and walked towards Xia Mo with a smile. You forgot to sign. Xia Mo was stunned. Is there such a process? It seems not. Did Shen Yu add it himself? Or is there really such a process? Give. Shen Yu came to Xia Mo's front at this time, and then handed the roster in his hand to Xia Mo's chest. Standing in this position, the students in the audience could only see Xia Mo's back at this moment, and Shen Yu's figure, which seemed a little petite in front of Xia Mo, was completely blocked by Xia Mo. Xia Mo was stunned for a moment. Shen Yu was a little strange. Looking at the happy smile on Shen Yu's face, which showed a little bit of mischief, Xia Mo frowned slightly. What is Shen Yu doing? What are you going to do again? Thinking of this, Xia Mo just raised her hand to take the roster handed over by Shen Yu. The next second, Xia Mo suddenly felt Shen Yu's fingertips gently sliding across the back of her hand, and then gently sliding on it. Looks like you're writing something? Xia Mo's eyes widened immediately, staring directly at Shen Yu in front of him. What are you doing? Stop it. Shen Yu and Xia Mo looked at each other, and the smiles on their faces became more and more intense. At the end of summer, we are really destined to meet. Feel carefully what I am writing. I'm waiting for you. Using their eyes to convey information, the two seemed to understand each other's intentions at this moment. Xia Mo began to feel it carefully. Shen Yu seemed to be writing, "Wait, underground parking lot, come to the car." After Xia Mo understood it carefully again, his eyes suddenly widened. "Oh my god. Is this true? Shen Yu, are you serious? Go to the underground parking lot and get in the car. What are you doing? I won tea. Oh my god." Xia Mo was shocked, and then he was shocked again and again. It took him a long time to recover. It was only because of Xiao Jingchao's cough in the audience that Xia Mo came to his senses. Slowly, slowly. Then, Shen Yu's gentle voice sounded in front of him, which completely pulled Xia Mo back. "Have you signed yet, Xia Mo-san?" Xia Mo raised his eyes and looked at Shen Yu, and immediately frowned slightly. "Suddenly I realized that this woman is a little scary. Go to the underground parking lot. Get in the car. What on earth is she going to do?" Chapter 11 Jealous Shen Yu. It's signed. When Xia Mo walked down the podium, she was still sighing, "Sister Shen Yu, you are really amazing. How courageous." Looking at Xia Mo's back, who had just been frightened by him, Shen Yu curled his lips and smiled happily. "Just teasing you, silly boy. Okay, next one." Time flies. After a while, the students in Xia Mo's art teaching class had almost finished their self-introductions. At this time, Xia Mo turned around, looked out the window, and thought that the get out of class should be over soon. However, in the next second, he saw a pair of strange eyes reflected in the window, as if they had seen through everything. Xia Mo frowned slightly. Why was Xiao Jingchao looking at her like this again? Ever since I came down from the podium, Xiao Jingchao has been looking at me with this kind of eyes, making me feel very uncomfortable. What's wrong with him? After staring at Xiao Jingchao's eyes reflected in the window for a while, Xia Mo finally couldn't bear it any longer and immediately turned to look at Xiao Jingchao behind him. Just as he was about to ask, suddenly, the bell for the end of get out of class rang. In that case, forget it. Anyway, we can go now. Xia Mo picked up her school bag and left her seat. However, at this moment, just as Xia Mo was about to walk to the classroom door, he was suddenly stopped by a female voice that sounded unfamiliar to him. Late summer. When Xia Mo heard the sound, he immediately stopped and turned to look. I saw a tall girl in a white shirt and brown pleated skirt walking towards me happily. Even though all the classmates had just introduced themselves, Shen Yu still had no impression of her at this moment. I frowned and thought about it, and the result was still the same. "Hello Xia Mo, my name is Chen, nice to meet you." Xia Mo was stunned for a moment, then reached out and shook his hand, doing so very calmly and naturally. "Nice to meet you." As the two of them shook hands, Shen Yu, who had not yet walked out of the classroom, frowned immediately after seeing this. "Will you have time later?" Chen said happily. The tone is lively and straightforward. To be honest, Xia Mo really likes communicating with people like this. "Do you have time?" She wants to date herself. However, Shen Yu had already asked him to go to the parking lot, in the car. "No." Xia Mo refused calmly. The happy expression on Chen's face immediately disappeared. "So, what about tonight?" Xia Mo felt that she already had Shen Yu in her heart, so, no. "So, what about tomorrow?" Xia Mo continued calmly, "No." To Chen's three questions, Xia Mo answered no to all of them. Suddenly, Chen understood that the beauty had already been taken. Otherwise, I am not bad looking, with fair skin, a slim waist, long legs, delicate facial features, and I look like a fairy with makeup on. No matter how strong Xia Mo's self-control is, he is still a boy after all. How could he reject me so thoroughly? Unless, he is. Oh my god. My thoughts are a bit evil. Okay, I'll wait for you. Chen suddenly smiled, walked forward, stretched out his hand, and hugged Xia Mo tightly in front of him. "When you have time, make an appointment with me." "Really, I'll wait for you." Patting Xia Mo's back gently, Chen continued to smile with relief. After letting Xia Mo go, she walked forward without looking back. In just a blink of an eye, Chen walked out of the classroom. Xia Mo was stunned for a moment. This girl's attitude towards making friends was so comfortable. Pity. Looking up, Xia Mo saw at this moment that Shen Yu in front of him was looking at him and rolling his eyes. Then he glanced at himself fiercely and walked out of the classroom door with a stack of folders. When passing by Xia Mo, he deliberately turned his head away and didn't look at Xia Mo. His angry and jealous look was kind of cute. Xia Mo thought, maybe it was because the girl just hugged her. Or maybe I am a victim too. After Xia Mo gave a helpless smile, Xiao Jingchao suddenly put his hand on Xia Mo's shoulder from behind and said with a smile, "Let's go, Xia Mo." Well, let's go. Along the way, the fat man Xiao Jingchao kept talking and asking Xia Mo in a roundabout way. "Xia Mo, do you know Teacher Shen?" "Xia Mo, I thought you knew Teacher Shen. How did you two meet?" "Late summer." It turns out that the fat man's look on the window was due to this reason. "Yes, I know him. But I can't tell you." Along the way, Xia Mo kept being perfunctory towards Xiao Jingchao. It was almost lunchtime, and Xia Mo finally found an excuse to go to the bathroom and got rid of the fat man. The fat guy was actually really hungry, that's why he stayed in the cafeteria and didn't come out. Xia Mo, who had just come out of the cafeteria, also immediately received a WeChat message from Shen Yu. Ding dong. Remark. Shen Yu, not coming yet. When Xia Mo saw the note he had given to Shen Yu, he immediately stared in shock. No. Must change. The fat man's unusual behavior reminded me that this note really needed to be changed. Then, Xia Mo immediately changed Shen Yu's note to sister. Immediately. With a whoosh, the WeChat message was sent and Xia Mo immediately headed towards the underground parking lot. Chapter 12, Almost a Confession. Then, Xia Mo carefully entered the underground parking lot. At this moment, he began to carefully look for where Shen Yu's car was parked. White BMW. White BMW. White BMW. Hey. There it is. Etc. All right. No. When Xia Mo took a closer look, he realized that it was really not the case. So, disappointed, he began to search carefully again. At this moment, suddenly, a car door slowly opened behind Xia Mo, and a white and warm hand stretched out from the car and grabbed the clothes on Xia Mo's back. Puff. With a puff sound, Xia Mo was directly pulled into the car by the hand that stretched out from the car. Xia Mo was immediately frightened, his body and mind trembled, and his eyes widened. Oh my god! What is happening? He quickly raised his head and looked behind him. Now your eyeballs are so big that you can't even see my car, right? Bang! At this moment, Xia Mo's face was suddenly patted lightly by a white and slender hand. Although it was very light, it still made Xia Mo a little dazed. Oh my god! What is going on here? I say, Sister Yu, this is not the way to play dare. If people scare others, they will scare them to death. Call. Xia Mo took a long breath, closed his eyes, and began to calm his heart, which had just been hanging in the air. After getting to know this woman, Shen Yu, it was really hard to handle. I always feel that she is a little neurotic, sometimes sad, sometimes lively and cheerful, with an unstable temper, but she is straightforward, which is really hard to deal with. You hit me just for this. Xia Mo was really confused. Shen Yu immediately stared at Xia Mo angrily and replied, no. Xia Mo rolled his eyes and smiled, oh. What's the reason? After saying that, Xia Mo got up from Shen Yu's soft thighs, sat down in the passenger seat, then reached out and closed the door. The next second, Xia Mo turned around and looked again, only to see that Shen Yu's face was a little shy, angry, and a little embarrassed. Xia Mo pouted and immediately laughed, okay, Teacher Shen, what on earth do you want me to come here for? Shen Yu was suddenly asked about another topic by Xia Mo, and the complicated emotions on her face were immediately hidden. She raised her head abruptly and looked at Xia Mo. Oh. Actually, it's because of what happened last time. Thinking that you have given so much, I wanted to thank you properly, so I planned to send you something. I originally thought that I would ask you out after work this afternoon, and then send it to you, but I didn't expect that you actually. Xia Mo immediately laughed happily, what a coincidence. Yes. Shen Yu nodded, what a coincidence. At this time, Xia Mo looked at Shen Yu who was so deeply moved, and immediately curled his lips and smiled, okay, give me the things, I'm leaving. Shen Yu immediately reached out and grabbed Xia Mo's hand, won't you stay a little longer? Xia Mo said with a slightly evil smile, I won't stay any longer. Shen Yu's face was full of disappointment, the things are in the trunk, go get them yourself. Xia Mo continued to smile evilly, I'm leaving. I'm really leaving. I'm really leaving. Shen Yu immediately felt something was wrong, and immediately turned to look at Xia Mo, frowning and said, are you going to leave or not? Xia Mo immediately shook his head and smiled. No. Why? Because you kept me, I am yours now, and I will listen to you. The corners of Shen Yu's mouth immediately rose as if he had eaten honey. Raising his hand, Shen Yu gently patted Xia Mo's chest. Hate. My dear friend, since we are so destined to be together, do you think we should? When Shen Yu said this, suddenly, there was a sudden knock on the window outside the car window. Teacher Shen. Teacher Shen. The knocking on the window immediately startled Shen Yu and Xia Mo. Shen Yu stopped talking and turned around immediately, only to see that it was Teacher Li who worked in the same office with him. What is she here for? Still in the car now at the end of summer. What should I do? Could it be that he wanted her to know that I was doing something with Xia Mo? No. No. Absolutely not. When Xia Mo saw this, he was immediately stunned with shock. Shen Yu quickly recovered and looked at Xia Mo. What should I do? When Xia Mo was asked, he immediately came to his senses. Don't worry, how about? Xia Mo said this, but before he finished, there was another round of intense knocking on the window outside the car window. Shen Yu looked at Xia Mo's somewhat bewildered expression, frowned, and ruthlessly raised his hand and held Xia Mo's hand tightly. Quick, get a mask inside and put it on. Shen Yu pointed to the storage box in front of the co-pilot seat, and then continued, don't talk later, just listen to me, understand? Xia Mo had already put on a mask and nodded gently, okay. Well, don't be nervous, it's nothing serious. Shen Yu comforted. Xia Mo started to laugh naturally. I'm not nervous, I'm just afraid that you'll suffer a loss. After all, we guys really can't suffer a loss in this kind of situation. Shen Yu smiled naturally. Thank you, Xia Mo. After the words were completely spoken, Shen Yu lowered the car window. Teacher Li. Chapter 13, on the eve of the military training uniform crisis. Teacher Li, what do you want from me? After lowering the car window, Shen Yu looked out the window at Mr. Li, who had a middle-aged look on his face, and smiled. However, the next second, Teacher Li's gaze was directly cast on Xia Mo, who was sitting in the passenger seat and wearing a mask. Hey! Teacher Shen, who is this? Shen Yu looked back at Xia Mo and said with a smile, oh. Teacher Li, let me introduce you, this is my boy. Shen Yu wanted to say, this is my boyfriend. However, as soon as she said this, Xia Mo interrupted her and said to Teacher Li with a smile, hello, Teacher Li, this is my sister-in-law. Oh. Teacher Li was surprised and his eyes widened immediately. So, your brother is Teacher Shen's boyfriend? Well, yes. Xia Mo nodded and smiled. Teacher Li immediately thought in his heart, no wonder Shen Yu just said this is my boy. I thought she just wanted to say that this was his boyfriend. It turned out that he was his boyfriend's younger brother. Wait, boyfriend. Teacher Li's eyes widened again and he looked at Shen Yu. Teacher Shen, do you have a boyfriend? Seeing that Xia Mo had said so, Shen Yu had no choice but to look at Teacher Li and nodded and smiled gently. Yes, what's wrong? Teacher Li. Teacher Li's face showed more and more disappointed expressions. Shen Yu's mother is a classmate of one of my classmates. So, I have just been asked by that classmate and Shen Yu's mother to help introduce a partner to Shen Yu. So now, this happened. Originally when they were in the office just now, Teacher Li wanted to tell Shen Yu about this, but at that time, Teacher Li had something to do, so he asked Shen Yu to wait for him and he would be there soon. But who knew that Shen Yu left without waiting for him? When Teacher Li turned around to look for Shen Yu again, he heard from other colleagues that she came to the parking lot. In addition, the person that Teacher Li wants to introduce to Shen Yu is free right now, just before lunch break, and is not far from Shanghai University. So Teacher Li thought about it and quickly informed Shen Yu to let her go and meet him now. After all, both parties have time now and it is a rare opportunity. But who knew that Shen Yu already had a boyfriend? This is nonsense. Hey, it's okay, just a little surprised. Okay, you guys are busy, I'm leaving. Goodbye, Teacher Shen. Goodbye. The two sides waved to each other, and then Shen Yu watched Teacher Li walk away for a distance, and then immediately raised the car window again. As soon as the car window was raised, Shen Yu immediately reached out and grabbed Xia Mo's collar, approached Xia Mo's face and said fiercely, okay, Xia Mo, take advantage of me. Who is your sister-in-law? Who wants to be your sister-in-law? Xia Mo smiled evilly. Well, if you don't want to be my sister-in-law, what do you want to be of me? Shen Yu's face immediately showed a little shyness. She slowly loosened Xia Mo's collar, lowered her head, and said softly and tenderly, if possible, I want to be your daughter. When Shen Yu said this, suddenly, a clear and loud phone ring rang in the car. Xia Mo immediately frowned and sighed. Sometimes, some things are always so coincidental. Ahem. After coughing twice, Shen Yu naturally answered the phone. Hello, Teacher Fang, what's the matter? Teacher Fang is Shen Yu's colleague in the office. Soon, Teacher Fang said on the phone, Teacher Shen, Assistant Teacher Yu just called and asked us to go and get the things needed for the military training of each class, so you see. Shen Yu immediately understood that it was time to work. Okay, I'll be back soon, wait a moment. Good. After 2 beeps, Shen Yu hung up the phone first. Then he turned around and saw Xia Mo smiling at him. That's great. I'm going to get the things our class needs for military training. Come with me. What a coincidence. Xia Mo nodded gently. Okay. Put the things for you in the car first, and let's go now. Good. After coming out of the underground parking lot, Shen Yu took Xia Mo to the warehouse downstairs of the Academic Affairs Office of the Academy of Fine Arts. As soon as he entered the warehouse, Shen Yu saw Teacher Fang who had just called him. The young woman, wearing a pair of black low-heeled shoes, black jeans, a white shirt, and a pair of thin-framed glasses, has the charm of a teacher. She has a good figure, but not as good as Shen Yu. Teacher Fang, have you received everything? Shen Yu immediately approached Teacher Fang and greeted him with a smile. Teacher Fang smiled and responded, Well, I have distributed the uniforms to your class, but your class is still missing a set of 175mm military training uniforms. The warehouse manager has gone to the warehouse to find them for you. You just need to wait here. Okay, thank you, Teacher Fang. You're welcome. Okay, let's go first. Good. After watching Teacher Fang leave, Shen Yu immediately ordered Xia Mo to count the military training uniforms again. 1, 2, 3. 27. Hey, why are there only 27 sets of military training uniforms here? Including the one that the warehouse master helped find, there are only 28 sets. There are 29 people in our class, and we're still short of 1 set. Is this true? Did you enter the wrong number? My grades are so good, how could I make such a low-level mistake? It's ridiculous. The end of summer. Shen Yu immediately glared at Xia Mo angrily and pouted. After looking at Xia Mo quietly for a while, he saw Xia Mo smiling sweetly at him obediently, and then he immediately squatted down and said, Let me count. Chapter 14, always just a little short of confession. Hey! It's actually true. There really is 1 set missing. It seems that I have to go find the warehouse master. Shen Yu stood up and frowned. Xia Mo immediately added, Why go find the warehouse master? Just wait for him here. Besides, this warehouse is so big and there are so many rooms. Where are you going to look for him? You might end up missing him by then. Shen Yu frowned immediately and said in a tough tone, What do you mean? When Xia Mo saw that Shen Yu's expression was wrong, she immediately smiled sweetly and said, It's nothing, I just want to say, just wait here, really, listen to me, it's right. The next second, Shen Yu immediately retorted, When the time comes, let the warehouse master run in again. Isn't this a waste of time? So I think it's better to go to the warehouse master, so as to avoid tossing the warehouse master to run in again, which is troublesome. Xia Mo did not refute, but nodded and smiled, I'll listen to you. Shen Yu immediately looked around carefully, and when he saw no one, he immediately looked back at Xia Mo and smiled sweetly, So good. Come over. Xia Mo was stunned and thought, What? Shen Yu immediately frowned and said anxiously, Come here. Hurry up, otherwise someone will come later. Xia Mo walked forward, his brows furrowed even tighter. What on earth are you doing? Shen Yu smiled and stepped forward a little. I suddenly want to touch your head. Xia Mo smiled and said, This is not a good habit. It's not good, so what? Why don't you let me touch you? Tiger and wolf words. Xia Mo narrowed his eyes, which had just been slightly widened, and continued to smile, If possible, I will spoil you for the rest of my life. Shen Yu and Xia Mo looked at each other quietly for a while, then laughed happily, It's a deal. After saying that, Shen Yu stretched out his little finger in front of Xia Mo. A gentleman's word is as good as gold. Xia Mo immediately hooked up with Shen Yu. Then, the two of them didn't waste any more time there. The next second, Shen Yu took Xia Mo's hand and walked towards the warehouse. Xia Mo, what will you do if you don't do it by then? Hush! Be careful, the walls may have ears. Damn it, you haven't answered my question yet. It's now a secret. I'll tell you next time. Xia Mo, you've changed. Are? How could that be? Then, has it become better? Or? It's getting worse. Shen Yu was a little angry and walked forward faster. Teacher Shen, wait. This place is huge, with many warehouses. If something unexpected happens, then. Xia Mo didn't dare to scream too loudly, just because Shen Yu was angry now. But if you don't call. All right. It's too late. At a corner, Shen Yu suddenly disappeared from Xia Mo's sight. Xia Mo immediately quickened his pace, turned a corner, and saw Shen Yu stopped in front of a warehouse with the lights on. Xia Mo approached Shen Yu. Is the warehouse master in there? Shen Yu didn't want to deal with Xia Mo so soon, so he pushed the door and walked in without saying a word. After finishing, he slammed the door shut. Xia Mo looked at Shen Yu's childishness and immediately raised the corners of her mouth and smiled. Just like a child, but very cute. Bang! Xia Mo walked into the warehouse and without thinking much, he closed the door gently. Is the warehouse master here? Shen Yu walked in front, still searching very carefully. Not here. Looking back, Shen Yu planned to leave here. Xia Mo saw that this was just right, and when Shen Yu passed by her, she reached out and grabbed Shen Yu's hand and pulled her into her arms. Angry. The smile at the end of summer is always so heartwarming. Shen Yu wanted to struggle and show her childishness, but when she saw the smile on Xia Mo's face, Shen Yu softened her heart. Forget about struggling, so as to save yourself the trouble. Shen Yu lowered her head and blushed. No. Xia Mo continued to smile. Then why are you ignoring me? Shen Yu's hand was spinning in a daze between Xia Mo and his chest, at a loss. He was silent for a while. I want to know the secret you agreed on. Xia Mo smirked. What do you want in exchange? Shen Yu frowned slightly. Do you want to change it? Teacher Shen, there is no free lunch in the world, right? Shen Yu immediately laughed. Okay, you are so cruel. So what do you want? Shen Yu raised his head and looked at Xia Mo with a serious face. Xia Mo lowered her head slightly and looked at Shen Yu. If possible, I want to kiss. At this point, with a puff sound. Chapter 15 Successful confession, but still. Suddenly, the power in the warehouse went out. To be precise, there was a power outage. Why did the power go out of nowhere? Could it be that there is a power outage? Also, it doesn't matter whether you stop early or late, you have to wait until you reach the critical step to stop it, which is really annoying. My mentality is a little exploded. At this moment, Xia Mo closed his eyes and tried to calm down, otherwise, he would really break. What happened? Shen Yu's face was less shy. At this moment, his brows were furrowed with confusion. Xia Mo then opened his eyes and smiled. The power is out. Let's go. Shen Yu followed immediately, and then the two came to the door of the warehouse. Xia Mo pressed the door handle down, but found that it wouldn't move. Oh my god! Locked. It was only then that Xia Mo realized that the doors of some warehouses were like this and could only be opened from the outside. This was to prevent thieves from entering and opening the door to steal things from other rooms. Finished. Can't get out. Xia Mo's eyes immediately widened slightly. When Shen Yu noticed it, he immediately frowned and raised his hand, slapping the door heavily. Master, master. Bang, bang, bang. Master. However, at this moment, at the door of the warehouse, the phone rang suddenly in the trouser pocket of a middle-aged man. Seeing that there was no one in the warehouse and thinking that everyone had left, he simply pulled the gate, closed the warehouse door, and answered the phone. The power outage just now was also caused by the uncle. But at the moment, in the warehouse, Shen Yu was still slapping the door of the warehouse vigorously. Bang, bang, bang. Master, someone come. Open the door. Master. Bang, bang, bang. I've been shooting for a long time, and each time I use a lot of force and the shots are very loud. Seeing that Shen Yu was still going on, Xia Mo immediately reached out to grab her hand and pulled her into his arms. Stop filming, it's useless. Shen Yu immediately frowned and worriedly said in Xia Mo's arms, what should I do next? After saying that, Shen Yu hugged Xia Mo even tighter. When Xia Mo felt it, he immediately raised the corners of his mouth and smiled. Intentional? Come to think of it, Teacher Shen Yu, you don't seem to be that stupid. How can you even ask what to do next? I just want to hug me. Xia Mo immediately smiled again. Call someone to open the door. Shen Yu's eyes widened immediately. Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my cell phone. R. You didn't bring your cell phone. No one would believe this if I said it. Xia Mo felt Shen Yu hugging her tighter, and smiled comfortably. I didn't bring it either, so what should I do next? Shen Yu leaned comfortably on Xia Mo's shoulder and smiled gently. Xia Mo, I'm afraid of the dark. Xia Mo immediately laughed and said, I'm afraid of the dark, too. Shen Yu immediately stood up, raised his hand and gently patted Xia Mo's chest. Hate it, can't you be a little more romantic? You want romance? Shen Yu nodded heavily. Do you have it? Xia Mo immediately curled her lips and smirked. My romance is very simple and rough. Are you sure you want it? I'm afraid you don't have it. Shen Yu smacked his lips. Xia Mo continued to smirk. Don't regret it. Shen Yu laughed happily. There is no word regret in my Shen Yu's dictionary, and this is even more true for you. Xia Mo nodded gently, and at this moment he was looking at Shen Yu very affectionately. Here I come. Xia Mo said this with a wicked smile. Shen Yu was stunned for a moment. Here it comes. What's coming? Just thinking of this, Shen Yu saw that Xia Mo suddenly stretched her head and pouted, and kissed her lips tightly. He actually kissed me forcefully. Here we come. It turns out that what Xia Mo meant by coming was to kiss me forcefully. And the simple and crude romance that Xia Mo mentioned just now is also this. It's really simple and crude. But late summer, I like it. Cooperate again, kiss Xia Mo's red lips. Shen Yu raised his hand and put it on Xia Mo's neck and hooked it tightly. Teacher Shen, will you be my girlfriend? The kiss was almost out of breath, so, with the gap of loose lips at this moment, Xia Mo was panting, looking at Shen Yu with a flushed face and asked seriously. Shen Yu's condition is more serious than Xia Mo's at this moment. To be honest, she really liked the end of summer. I feel like I have a special connection with the end of summer. And she is a person who believes in fate. If I may, I. Having said that, suddenly, the phone in Shen Yu's trouser pocket rang violently. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Chapter 16 Love Words Behind the Sticky Note. Shen Yu took out his cell phone and looked at it. Alas. My annoying mother called again. What happened? I'm really impressed. Day after day, it's always so uncomfortable. Hey, Mom, what's wrong? The next second, an excited female voice suddenly rang out on the other end of the phone. Shen Yu, do you have a boyfriend? Shen Yu did not respond, but rolled his eyes to show that he was unhappy. Mom, you're being too nosy. Speak. Li Chuanlan's fierce voice continued. Xia Mo was standing in front of Shen Yu. After hearing this, she was so shocked that she took 2 steps back involuntarily. Shen Yu saw it inadvertently and was stunned for a moment. Speak. Li Chuanlan's voice suddenly rang out again. Shen Yu felt that if he didn't speak, Xia Mo would probably be scared by Li Chuanlan, so Shen Yu immediately responded, Yes, what's wrong? Li Chuanlan's loud voice immediately replied to Shen Yu on the phone, Is it the college student you brought home before? Shen Yu immediately looked up at Xia Mo in front of him and was stunned. At this moment, she and Xia Mo stared at each other. Neither of them dared to speak, nor did they want to speak. At this moment, on the other end of the phone, Li Chunlan saw that Shen Yu had disappeared and had not responded to her for a long time, and she immediately understood everything. Go home quickly after work. Li Chunlan said this angrily and immediately hung up the phone. Shen Yu waited until the call was hung up before he replied softly, Okay. Xia Mo continued to look at Shen Yu, and when she saw Li Chunlan hung up the phone, she immediately smiled. Your mother hung up the phone, let's go. As soon as Xia Mo started to move, Shen Yu's voice immediately rang out in the warehouse, Xia Mo. Xia Mo turned around and looked at Shen Yu with a smile on his face. What's wrong? Shen Yu thought for a while, and then thought for a while, and then he said reluctantly, I'll call someone to open the door. Good. There is always a smile on Xia Mo's face. At this moment, Shen Yu felt very distressed for the young man. The topic that the two of them had just been talking about was thus interrupted. Left the warehouse and returned to the classroom. For the whole afternoon, Xia Mo and Shen Yu did not communicate too much. Shen Yu wanted to take the initiative to find Xia Mo to communicate several times, but the only response he got was the boy's polite avoidance. Shen Yusen was a little broken. She even started to blame teacher Li for some time in the afternoon. It was all her fault. If she hadn't tipped off her mother that she had a boyfriend, she might have been in the warehouse with Xia Mo just now. Ring, ring, ring. Suddenly, the bell for the last class meeting in the afternoon rang. Immediately pulling Shen Yu back, Shen Yu immediately raised his eyes and looked at the students below the stage holding the newly issued military training equipment and began to leave the classroom, and frowned. What about late summer? What about late summer? His figure was no longer in the classroom. He was gone. It's okay. I'm going to another city for military training tomorrow anyway. There's plenty of time and opportunities to meet and spend time with each other. At the end of summer, why don't you ask me anymore? Shen Yu sighed and left the classroom. When you go back, you will be greeted by another storm. Auntie, please send these things to Xia Mo, our classmate who lives in room 501. Remember, don't tell anyone else that it was me who sent them, okay? The dormitory manager smiled kindly and nodded. Okay, Mr. Shen, I'll go right away. Thank you for the trouble, Auntie. You're welcome. It's the end of summer, I hope you'll feel better after receiving these things. In the boys' dormitory building, the door of dormitory 501 was soon knocked. The person who opened the door was the fat man Xiao Jingchao. That's right, Xiao Jingchao also lives with Xia Mo. Auntie, who are you sending something for? Is Xia Mo-san here? Xia Mo, Auntie is looking for you. Hey, here I come. Xia Mo quickened his pace and came to the door. When he saw these things, he immediately frowned and vaguely sensed something. Auntie, is this for me? Well, come on, take it. Who sent it? The aunt just smiled and turned away immediately. Oh. Suddenly, the remaining 3 people in dormitory 501, including the fat man Xiao Jingchao, exclaimed and started to make a fuss. Good night. At this time, Xiao Jingchao noticed that in Xia Mo's hand, on a box of high-end snacks, there was a pink sticky note with a heart drawn on it and the words, "Good night," written on it. I feel like I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. Xiao Jingchao started talking to himself. When Xia Mo heard this, she immediately widened her eyes, then reached out and snatched the sticky note from Xiao Jingchao's hand. Go get some snacks. As he spoke, Xia Mo handed the bag of snacks in his hand to Xiao Jingchao. Then, walked towards the balcony. Downstairs, Shen Yu hadn't left yet. When he saw the balcony door of dormitory 501 open, he immediately hid behind a tree. Can he read the words on the back of the sticky note? Chapter 17: Who to Choose? In the end, the excited Xia Mo, under Shen Yu's crazy gaze and muttering, still did not turn over the back of the sticky note. At one point, Xia Mo was staring at the front of the sticky note for a long time and was about to turn it over when suddenly, Xiao Jingchao's voice rang out in the dormitory. Oh! Xia Mo has a girlfriend. Just making trouble. What nonsense! Xia Mo was startled. He immediately stopped flipping through the sticky notes and rushed into the dormitory. Shut up! Shen Yu watched from behind the tree downstairs, and immediately stomped his feet in anger. Xiao Jingchao. I'll remember you. Late at night, Xia Mo had secretly hidden the sticky note that Shen Yu had given him into the pocket of the clothes he was going to wear tomorrow. Was it her? Lying on the bed, Xia Mo opened the chat box and typed, "Is that you?" But in the end, it was not sent out. He thought about it for a long time, and finally chose to turn off the phone and go to sleep. At this moment, on the other side, Shen Yu, who had been nagged by Li Chunlan all night, opened the chat box with great concern. Did you see it? Same, still not sent out. Just because Li Chunlan instilled a lot of things in me tonight, he will delay you and harm your thoughts and ideas. Thinking of this, Shen Yu frowned again. She closed her eyes, and crystal clear tears flowed from the corners of her eyes. That night, she tossed and turned and did not sleep well. Early the next morning, around 7:30, the 3 art teaching classes and the 3 design classes set out together for military training in another place. On the outskirts of Shanghai, there is a place called Lingshan. I heard there is a shooting range upstairs, which is very military-like. The school did this so that the freshmen could have a deep understanding of what real military training is like, which led to this series of operations. Before that, when Shen Yu got on the bus, Xia Mo had already sat in the last row of window seats on the bus. At that moment, Shen Yu just looked at Xia Mo a few more times and found that Xia Mo was already wearing headphones and sleeping quietly. She immediately wondered, did he not sleep well last night? Suddenly, Xia Mo felt someone next to him hitting him with something. Xia Mo opened her eyes and turned around to see Xiao Jingchao looking at her with a smile. What? Xiao Jingchao continued to smile. Teacher Shen Yu looked at you for a long time just now. Xiao Jingchao already vaguely knew something. Xia Mo also noticed it and frowned. I'm looking at you. Why is she looking at me? Does she have something to do with me? I think she's looking at you. Yeah, he must be looking at you. You're more handsome than me. Xiao Jingchao did not immediately refute excitedly, but continued to smile. Does it hurt to say these words? Xia Mo hugged her hands to her chest, closed her eyes and continued to sleep. She thought about Shen Yu all night last night and really didn't sleep well. Don't bother me. Xiao Jingchao was still smiling. Do you like teacher Shen Yu? Xia Mo closed his eyes and remained silent. After a long while, Xiao Jingchao didn't hear Xia Mo's response. Even if it's just a little bit of other movement. He must have been lost in thought. Illustrate. Xiao Jingchao looked at Xia Mo's pretty profile and smiled. What an idiot. You can't hide the look in your eyes when you like someone. Even if you pass by each other expressionlessly, it's all fake. So, idiot, if you like someone, just be brave and go after them. Who says students can't pursue teachers? What kind of society is this now? Are you still afraid of these things? Then you have really lived in vain. Do you know that younger than younger relationships have become the mainstream now? Understand. Xia Mo shook his head, indicating that he didn't understand. Shut up and let me get some sleep. Xiao Jingchao continued to laugh and said, the reason why I didn't sleep well last night was because I was thinking about teacher Shen Yu. Xia Mo frowned. If you make any more noise, I'll change my seat. Xiao Jingchao first glanced ahead, and after carefully confirming some things, he turned back to look at Xia Mo and continued to smile. Stupid, you should know that bystanders see more clearly than those involved. Do you understand? At this moment, Xia Mo felt that Xiao Jingchao was really noisy, and immediately fulfilled the harsh words he had just said. Immediately get your bag and stand up. Xiao Jingchao pretended to be innocent and was stunned for a moment. What? I told you, if you keep making noise, I'll change seats, get out. Xiao Jingchao asked seriously, are you serious? Xia Mo said seriously, get out of here quickly. Okay, I'll get out of the way. I'll get out of the way. Xiao Jingchao started to move, but halfway through, he deliberately turned around and looked at Xia Mo and said, forget it, stop making trouble. Xia Mo got even more excited when he heard this. Are you ready? After saying this, his face turned fierce. Xiao Jingchao immediately compromised and said, okay, get up, get up. Before he finished speaking, Xiao Jingchao stood up. Xia Mo immediately left his seat and walked along the aisle of the bus, looking for a new seat. At this moment, Xiao Jingchao was looking at him from behind Xia Mo, curling his lips and smiling wickedly. Idiot. Manchu. Manchu. Still full of people. At this time, Xia Mo walked in the aisle looking for a seat. He looked left and right, and to his surprise, all the seats were full. This is embarrassing. Walk a little further and see, it's still full of people. Wait, there seems to be an empty seat in the first row at the front. Xia Mo immediately quickened his pace, then stopped and lowered his eyes, only to see Shen Yu sitting on the seat on the left. Xia Mo, I have an empty seat here, do you want to sit with me? At this moment, Linichen's voice suddenly rang out on the other side of Xia Mo. Chapter 18 Linichen's New Attitude. Who to choose? Who to sit with? If I sit with Shen Yu. Isn't it a bit awkward to be with Shen Yu just now? If I sit with her, then. But if I do it with Linichen, it's a bit. Xia Mo was immediately caught in a dilemma. But the next second, Shen Yu's voice sounded gently in Xia Mo's ears. Sit here. Puff. Following the sound, Xia Mo looked up and saw Shen Yu patting the seat next to him, motioning for him to sit down there. There is sincerity and prayer in his eyes. Do you really want to sit here? Under the watchful eyes of the crowd, after another moment of hesitation. Never mind. It's better to have less things to do than more. Xia Mo immediately came back to his senses and looked at Shen Yu with a smile. Teacher Shen, I'm not here to find a seat. I just felt a little uncomfortable sitting there, so I thought about walking in the aisle. I'll go back now. Sorry for the trouble. Xia Mo nodded and bowed slightly. Just as he was about to turn around and leave, he heard the driver shouting in front of him. Classmate, how did you study? You're still a college student. This car is moving. Do you know? How can you just unbuckle your seat belt and walk around in the car? I'm really convinced. Quick, quick, go back and fasten your seatbelt and sit properly, do you hear me? It's very dangerous for you to do this. Don't do this again in the future. Do you understand? Look, even the driver thinks your reason is far-fetched and stupid. Shen Yu was speechless. Xia Mo smiled awkwardly. Okay, master, I'll remember it. I will never do this again. I'll go back now. Hey, good boy. At this time, Xia Mo was about to turn around and leave again. Suddenly, a warm hand reached out and grabbed Xia Mo's forearm, then pulled her hard to the seat next to her. Why go back? Just sit here with me. Then, Lina Chen's loud and cheerful voice suddenly rang in Xia Mo's ears. Looking back at the end of summer. It turned out that the person who had just pulled me to sit was Lina Chen, who was sitting next to me, and there was also an empty seat next to her. Come on, don't move, I'll fasten your seatbelt for you. Before he finished speaking, Lina Chen directly pulled the seatbelt and started fiddling with Xia Mo's abdomen. Suddenly, Shen Yu frowned when he saw it. In his mouth and all over his body, he was filled with jealousy. It's time to take the initiative. It's time to take the initiative. At this moment, Shen Yu's heart has been chanting these four words. Look at Lina Chen, she took the initiative and now she is here. Look at yourself again, you like Xia Mo so much, why don't you take the initiative? Why do you worry so much? Love is nothing more than two words, impulse. Shen Yu, you have to be impulsive. Otherwise, Xia Mo will be snatched away by someone. After all, I am good in every way, except that sometimes I think too much. Well. Damn Xia Mo, she treated you like that and you didn't even struggle. Are you enjoying it? Stinky late summer. Stinky late summer. Rolling his eyes, Shen Yu gave Xia Mo a blank look. That scene was simply unbearable to watch. At this moment, Lina Chen was lying. It was also at this moment that Xia Mo came to her senses completely after being fiddled with by Lina Chen, and immediately reached out to stop Lina Chen from helping her fasten her seat belt. I can do it myself. I can do it myself. Lina Chen tilted her head, looked at Xia Mo and said with a lively smile, You come by yourself. Xia Mo immediately nodded heavily, Well, I can do it myself. To be honest, he was just frightened. Just because of Lina Chen's actions just now, coupled with her enchanting figure, people can't help but let their imagination run wild after seeing it. This Lina Chen is really open-minded. It's really proactive. Is it fastened? Thinking of this, Xia Mo heard Lina Chen's lively and cheerful voice suddenly ringing in his ears again. Extremely loud. After hearing this, Xia Mo really wanted to say, Please keep your voice down and don't disturb the rest of the people in the car. Seeing Xia Mo frowning, Lina Chen immediately realized his own problem. There is a reason why I have been told that I am extremely smart since I was a child. You think I'm talking too loudly? Xia Mo's heart tightened, and he immediately raised his eyes to meet Lina Chen's. Lina Chen, sure. Frank, direct, and understanding. Anyone will be happy when staying with you. Xia Mo thought about this and suddenly smiled gently. When you were little, you must have always been told that you were very smart. Boo. Following the sound, Xia Mo's eyes widened rapidly. That's right, he was forcefully kissed by Lina Chen. Chapter 19 Xia Mo, will you be my boyfriend? When Shen Yu saw it with his peripheral vision, he was immediately stunned. Yes. It's true that you, Lina Chen, took the initiative. But this is too proactive. He actually kissed my Xia Mo forcibly. Shen Yu's eyes began to widen. It was also at this moment that Xia Mo was completely brought back to his senses from his shock by a burst of cheers from behind him. Oh! In the car, the noises from the crowd were getting louder and louder, and even the driver couldn't help but steal a few glances. These young people really know how to have fun. Lina Chen is the beauty of the first art teaching class. Everyone in this car knows this. Including the driver who is driving. Among all these female classmates, this girl is definitely the one who can amaze the boys the most. And the only one. Of course, the female teacher is also very pretty. What are you doing? At this time, Xia Mo, who had completely recovered, immediately pushed away Lina Chen, who was still kissing her forcefully. She actually tried to pry her mouth open. This Lina Chen is really a bit scary. Too open. Too open. To be honest, this time, Xia Mo was really frightened by Lina Chen's actions. What on earth was she thinking? Xia Mo, I like you. After being gently pushed away by Xia Mo, Lin Chen stared at Xia Mo and shouted loudly with joy. Suddenly, the sound resounded through the sky, deafening. At this moment, the booing in the car was becoming more and more intense. Oh! End of summer! End of summer! End of summer! After the boys finished shouting, the girls continued to shout, Lin Chen! Lin Chen! Lin Chen! After both sides finished shouting unilaterally, they suddenly shouted loudly and happily in tacit understanding, together. 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 One more kiss. Then, some people who just wanted to watch the fun even shouted for another kiss. That's so bad. Xia Mo was shocked again. Before, in the classroom, although I didn't explicitly reject her, it was very obvious. A very polite refusal. Lin Chen is such a smart person, he should be able to see it. When Xia Mo thought of this, he suddenly heard Lin Chen's voice in front of him again, Xia Mo, I like you. Xia Mo looked up and saw Lin Chen shouting excitedly with his eyes closed. It looked like he was determined to get what he wanted. Don't care about anything, just to make yourself happy. This mentality is really good. Xia Mo sighed and decided that she couldn't be allowed to continue acting like this. Thanks. Xia Mo smiled. Thank you for your kindness, thank you. Lin Chen raised her eyes and looked at Xia Mo, then smiled happily and said, Xia Mo, will you be my boyfriend? Xia Mo's face still had a gentle smile on it, no. Lin Chen frowned slightly, why? At this moment, the booing in the car began to gradually subside. Xia Mo waited for a while, until the noise in the car subsided to a level where everyone could hear what he was going to say, then he continued with a smile, I have someone in my heart, sorry. Lin Chen already knew this. She wasn't surprised or shocked at all. She knew it from the moment she hugged Xia Mo in the classroom. But she still said the same thing, I don't care. People live in this world, minus the special times of old age, illness, eating, sleeping, reading and newspapers, etc., the good time they have is no more than a dozen or 20 years. Why should we give up pursuing the beauty that we believe belongs to us just because of some bullshit factors that we don't need to care about at all? Young people don't care too much about other people's eyes and opinions. They are just talk. If you don't care, it won't hurt you. Live every day happily. Live every day freely. Live every day freely. That's the way to go. So, you no longer have the right to pursue others. Lin Chen asked with a smile, her expression still as cheerful as ever. Xia Mo was really envious. He smiled and nodded gently, look at other people, you will find a better partner than me, wish you all the best. Lin Chen smiled without any sadness and said, thank you, but did you forget? Xia Mo arched his brows, forgot what? Lin Chen smiled very seriously and said, I still have the right to pursue others. Yes. She still has. Xia Mo was silent for a while, frowned slightly, so. Lin Chen continued with a smile, Xia Mo, listen to me, from now on, until you agree to me, I will always pursue you, even if you keep rejecting me, I will never give up. Because I like you. I really, really like you. So Xia Mo, it's now 9 o'clock in the morning on September 3rd. Are you willing to be my boyfriend, Lin Chen? Chapter 20. It turns out that my opponent is her. Oh. In the car, the booing sounded again, deafening. Just because of Lin Chen's cheerful speech just now, everyone thinks that this girl is really, really cool. How can there be such a handsome girl? Love it. Suddenly, many boys began to get excited. Including Xiao Jingchao, who was sitting in the last seat, his eyes were shining. Lin Chen at this moment is full of charm and really attractive. Looking at Xia Mo at this moment, there is more regret on his face. What a pity that I didn't meet you earlier. After all, in this world, there is always more than one man who you can admire. This is the truth. Xia Mo is not pretending or being hypocritical. He admits that as a man, he has been more careful at this moment. But fortunately, no matter how fickle he is, he can finally stick to his bottom line. I have someone in my heart. Even if I am unfaithful, I will only hide my feelings and will not show them openly. To be honest, at this moment, Xia Mo was really moved by Lin Chen's sincere confession. But the same thing, sorry, I already have someone in my heart. I can only say, it's not meant to be. Xia Mo, please reply. Xia Mo was still lost in thought when suddenly, a girl behind him couldn't stand it anymore and frowned and urged him anxiously. You have been thinking about it for so long, Xia Mo, I think you have already figured out the answer in your mind. Why don't you give Lina-chan a response? What's the matter with not speaking? Yeah. Xia Mo, why don't you say something? At this time, some boys couldn't bear to watch it anymore and immediately urged her on excitedly. Xia Mo, please tell me quickly. If you have someone in your heart, just reject her outright. This way, those of us boys who are not favored by Lina-chan will be announced and still have a chance. What do you mean? Xia Mo, you. Then, a boy started urging excitedly. However, the next second, before Xia Mo could finish his words, she said to Lina-chan in a serious and solemn voice, "Thank you for your warmth, but I really have someone in my heart, so I can't be your boyfriend. Sorry." After saying that, Xia Mo unbuckled his seat belt. He stood up, bowed and nodded slightly to Lina-chan, then sat aside, where Shen Yu was. It seems that at this moment, sitting together with Shen Yu is a natural thing. Others will see it but won't think too much about it. There are only 2 empty seats left in the whole car. Now I need to keep a distance from Lina-chan and leave the seat next to Lina-chan, so naturally I can only sit next to Shen Yu. Good. After sitting down, Xia Mo looked up and saw that Shen Yu was looking out the window quietly, facing him with the back of his head. Was he angry? Just as Xia Mo thought of this, she heard Lina-chan's voice suddenly rang out beside her, "It's okay. If you don't agree, I will keep confessing until you agree. I said, I will never give up." Xia Mo smiled helplessly. "Really, go look at other people. You will find a better partner than me, you will definitely find one, believe me, you will only waste your time with me." Lina-chan did not respond directly to Xia Mo. After staring at Xia Mo quietly for a while, Lina-chan smiled, unbuckled her seatbelt, stood up, and shouted loudly and seriously to everyone behind her. "Listen to me, all the boys in our class. From now on, I only like Xia Mo and will only like Xia Mo, so you guys better be careful. Don't pursue me and don't waste your time on me. Otherwise, you will bear the consequences at your own risk. The same goes for girls. I'm not that kind of person." Har har har. Lina-chan said the last sentence jokingly. After saying that, everyone in the car laughed immediately. Perhaps, someone would murmur in their heart at this moment, saying that Lina-chan is too narcissistic. Hey. Lina-chan, I'm good looking, which means I have the capital to be narcissistic. Everyone, did you hear clearly? Lina-chan snapped his fingers and raised his hand to scan everyone in front of him. At this moment, the car is filled with a relaxed and cheerful atmosphere. Everyone was extremely cooperative, I heard it clearly. Yes. Lina-chan does have the capital to be narcissistic. Maya-chan, I will miss you. Suddenly, a male voice as carefree as Lina-chan's suddenly popped out. This caused another round of laughter in the car, har har har. Lina-chan immediately rolled her eyes at the boy and said, "Get lost. Yi-chan, how can I live without you? Yi-chan." Har har har. In the car, everyone continued to laugh. But at this moment, Lina-chan glanced at Xia Mo beside her, only to see Xia Mo's hand actively invading teacher Shen Yu's hand. Chapter 21 Official Announcement. It turns out that my opponent is her. Teacher Shen Yu. The person Xia Mo likes is actually teacher Shen Yu. But it seems that teacher Shen Yu is very interested in Xia Mo. At this moment, Lina-chan secretly saw that after Xia Mo's hand secretly touched Shen Yu's hand, she was immediately ruthlessly broken free by Shen Yu. Then, Shen Yu sat closer to the window, so that he was further away from Xia Mo. After Lina-chan saw the whole process, a bright smile immediately appeared on her face. "It's the end of summer and no one wants to pay attention to you, so just give in to me. Is it strange that students like their teachers?" After Lina-chan understood it for a few seconds, she thought, it's normal. After all, who doesn't he want a beautiful woman, especially one who is both good looking and a nice person? I feel like Shen Yu is such a woman. But in the end, Lina-chan was extremely confident in herself at this moment. "I am a little old after all, but I am still in my prime now, teacher Shen Yu, I am not in vain. Next, let us compete fairly." Oops. Look at the end of summer. As Lina-chan laughed to this point, she saw out of the corner of her eye that Xia Mo suddenly turned his head to look at her and at the other classmates behind him who were still laughing. The disadvantage of having an affair with a teacher is that you have to avoid being discovered by others at all times. Tired? It's the end of summer. Otherwise, just obey me. Don't worry, I will keep it a secret for you. At this moment, seeing Lina Chen still chatting and laughing happily with her classmates, Xia Mo's heart sank. Call. Fortunately, my sneaky behavior just now was not seen by anyone. Speaking of which, why did Shen Yu want to break free from himself? Are you angry? Not really. Teacher Shen, you have to understand me. Just now, it was Lina Chen who took the initiative to kiss me, not me. Xia Mo turned his head and stared at Shen Yu quietly for a while, then he moved carefully and moved closer to Shen Yu. At this moment, Lina Chen glanced secretly again, and after seeing it, she laughed. Suddenly I realized that the end of summer is a bit funny. But after all, Lina Chen still felt a little uncomfortable in her heart. Seeing the person she loved so much acting so funny and even childish in front of another woman, Lina Chen felt more and more uncomfortable. However, she is so open-minded and cheerful. After watching for a while, seeing that Xia Mo was much closer to Shen Yu, Lina Chen couldn't help it and took out her phone from her bag to secretly take pictures of Xia Mo. Her hands are so hot. At this time, Xia Mo secretly reached out and touched Shen Yu's hand. Shen Yu's reaction was, as usual, not to look at Xia Mo and immediately took his hand back. The next second, Xia Mo saw Shen Yu crossing his arms and immediately frowned. It was obvious that she was really angry. Now, I can't even touch it with my hands. What to do? Do I have to touch their legs directly? Isn't this a bit too? After thinking for a while, Xia Mo's eyes widened, and he immediately took out his phone from his pocket and typed, "Sister Yu, come and see me." The cell phone in Shen Yu's hand immediately rang. Shen Yu didn't know it was sent by Xia Mo, so he lowered his head and opened his phone to read it. The next second, when Shen Yu saw that it was a message from Xia Mo, he immediately turned off his phone without even looking at it, let alone replying. When Xia Mo took a look, his brows frowned even more tightly. It was over. This is quite infuriating. What should I do? Is it possible that I really have to touch her legs? After watching Shen Yu quietly for a while, Xia Mo finally thought of a solution that he thought was pretty good. So the next second, Xia Mo immediately typed again on her phone, "Sister Yu, can you please look at me? I was wrong. I really know I was wrong." Ding dong. Shen Yu knew that it was sent by Xia Mo, so he ignored it. Xia Mo nodded slightly. It seemed that this was the only way. Lina Chen. Xia Mo suddenly called Lina Chen, then quickly turned his head to look at Lina Chen beside him and smiled. R. Lina Chen was startled and immediately put away the phone that he had used to take the photo of Xia Mo in a panic. What's wrong? She looked up and met Xia Mo's gaze. At this moment, there was a hint of guilt in her eyes. So the next second, Lina Chen immediately raised her hand and fiddled with her long hair in front of her, which was messy due to her panic, in order to cover up the guilt in her eyes. Xia Mo, who had just finished fiddling with it and didn't notice the guilty look in Lina Chen's eyes, continued to smile at Lina Chen and said, "Forget it, I won't hide it anymore. In fact, the person I like is in this car." She is. As he said this, Xia Mo suddenly felt a warm hand behind him tightly grasping his clothes. It seems like I'm saying to myself, "Xia Mo, stop talking." The person who grabbed his clothes was naturally Shen Yu, who was sitting next to Xia Mo. Xia Mo ignored it and decided to continue smiling at Lina Chen. Shen. Chapter 22 Shen Yu's Little Temper. Just when Xia Mo was about to say the word Shen Yu, suddenly, the driver's voice suddenly rang out from the front of the car. Arrive. On a not too wide road, the driver turned the steering wheel to the right and the car immediately turned to the side of the road, onto another even narrower concrete road. Xia Mo heard the sound and looked up, only to see a black iron door standing quietly in front of him. At this moment, everyone's attention was suddenly drawn to the iron gate of the shooting range and the surrounding scenery. In an instant, he put the topic that Xia Mo had just brought up behind his mind and ignored it. After all, the shooting range is a place where people shoot guns, and in the car, these young boys and girls who have just entered college are naturally very much looking forward to it, especially the boys. Of course, there are exceptions. For example, Xia Mo, who has completely fallen in love. At this moment, Xia Mo, the only one who was not sociable in the car, secretly reached out and gently pulled the clothes of Shen Yu, who was also looking at the iron gate of the shooting range. It seemed like he was saying to Shen Yu, "Sister Yu, don't be angry." When Shen Yu felt it at this moment, he frowned immediately, raised his hand directly, and ruthlessly broke away from Xia Mo's ambiguity, and then quickly sat closer to the car window, so that he was further away from Xia Mo. Humph. I don't want to pay attention to you. The more Shen Yu thought about it, the angrier he became, just because he had asked Xia Mo to sit down next to him before. Not only did Xia Mo refuse to sit down, he was also extremely cold to himself. Then in the blink of an eye, he was getting together with Lina Chen. Stinky Xia Mo, you're simply not a human being. How could you do that? Stinky end of summer. Anyway, for a while, Shen Yu felt that she couldn't calm down and couldn't forgive Xia Mo. Well, I can't forgive you. At this time, Xia Mo looked at Shen Yu, who was still pouting and angry, and smiled with a cute look. Sister Yu, it shouldn't be that serious, right? I have clearly rejected her. Reaching out, Xia Mo wanted to pull Shen Yu's clothes at this time, and then. However, as soon as he stretched out his hand, Xia Mo suddenly felt the car stopped. Yes, here we are. When I turned right just now, the car started to slow down. Time passed so quickly. Here we are. Xia Mo immediately withdrew his hand and sat down obediently. After all, it would be a bit bad if others found out about his relationship with Shen Yu. For myself, it's nothing, but for Shen Yu, the impact is huge. After all, Shen Yu is a teacher. Lina Chen was looking at Xia Mo quietly at this moment, and smiled slightly with her lips curled. This Xia Mo is really considerate of others. Cute. So cute. Teachers and students, we are here. Please take your belongings and get off the bus. The driver shouted happily. After listening to this, Xia Mo was about to stand up, but suddenly, his shoulder was pressed down by a warm and strong hand. As a result, Xia Mo, who was about to stand up, immediately sat back down. Sure. Then, Xia Mo suddenly felt someone stepping hard on his left foot. Pain. It really hurts. Teacher Shen Yu, you are too cruel. Xia Mo looked up at this time, looking at Shen Yu, who had just pressed her shoulder and secretly stepped on her foot, and smiled helplessly. Sister Yu, I just rejected Lina Chen very decisively. What are you so angry about? Xia Mo's ignorance of love begins to be exposed. After all, I have never had a serious relationship since I was a child. What happened to Shen Yu? Wasn't he what I just rejected okay enough? Xia Mo immediately frowned and thought about it. After thinking it over, he felt that there was nothing wrong with the series of operations he had just performed. There's nothing wrong with it. Could it be that it was because Lina Chen forcefully kissed him? But in the end, I was forced. Sister Yu. Xia Mo was speechless and smiled bitterly again. Let's go. Suddenly, at this moment, a fat hand gently placed on Xia Mo's shoulder. Xia Mo looked back and saw that it was Xiao Jingchao who came. Well, let's go. Xia Mo stood up. At this moment, Xiao Jingchao's voice rang softly behind Xia Mo. You idiot, you deserved that teacher Shen Yu ignored you just now. Xia Mo's eyes widened immediately. She and Shen Yu were already exposed. He has seen through it. Then, Xia Mo did not respond to Xiao Jingchao, but frowned and remained silent. So the next second, Xia Mo heard Xiao Jingchao continue to whisper behind him, now put yourself in his shoes and feel how uncomfortable teacher Shen Yu was just now, and you will know why teacher Shen Yu ignored you just now. Idiot. Xiao Jingchao had just finished speaking when Xia Morgang felt that what Xiao Jingchao said made some sense. Outside the car, Shen Yu's voice suddenly rang out, Xia Mo. Chapter 23 Ariel Lin's Clock Confession. At the end of summer. Shen Yu's voice suddenly rang out outside the car. This immediately startled Xia Mo and Xiao Jingchao. Xia Mo turned around and looked in the direction of the sound, and immediately saw that Shen Yu was staring at him with an angry look on his face outside the car. The girls have too much luggage. As the monitor of our class and a boy, shouldn't you take the lead in helping the girls in our class share some of the burden? Xia Mo immediately smiled bitterly in his heart. Sister Yu, are you venting your anger? That's true, he is the male monitor of the American education class, Xia Mo. The female class monitor, Lina Chen, recommended herself. So, at the moment, Shen Yu said so. If you don't follow this in the end of summer, it will be bad. Very bad. So at this time, Xia Mo had no choice but to smile and nod. Okay, teacher, I'll be right there. And you, Xiao Jingchao. Xia Mo had just taken 2 steps forward when he suddenly heard Shen Yu's voice outside the car again. In Shen Yu's heart, Xiao Jingchao also needs to be taught a lesson. This guy. In one word, annoying. So annoying. It's really annoying. Originally, in the dormitory last night, Xia Mo was about to look behind the sticky note, and was about to see the love words that Shen Yu wrote to Xia Mo. But who would have thought that due to Xiao Jingchao's sudden disruption, everything came to naught? And just now, if it wasn't for Xiao Jingchao's annoying and even disgusting intention to deliberately drive Xia Mo away from him, how could Xia Mo come to find a seat next to him? How could the subsequent events with Lin Chen happen? It's all his fault. It's all this fat guy's fault. Annoying fat guy. All. Must be rectified. You are so fat, you should make an effort to lose some weight. The teacher is doing this for your own good. Come on, come with Xia Mo and help the girls share the burden. Quick! Shen Yu raised his hand and frantically greeted Xiao Jingchao a few times. Xiao Jingchao's heart was broken at this moment. Well, come to think of it, I don't even want to take my own luggage. And help the girls get it. Isn't this cutting my flesh? I give up. But on second thought, Xiao Jingchao remembered that with the help of other boys like Xia Mo, it would not be so bad. At the moment, Xiao Jingchao's mood was not extremely bad. On the contrary, the more he thought about it, the more open-minded he became. He even felt that it didn't matter. It just so happens that, just as teacher Shen Yu said, I can exercise and lose some weight at the same time. Otherwise, how could any girl be attracted to me? After all, I am a boy too and I want to fall in love too. Well, this is an opportunity to perform well. Just after getting off the car, Xiao Jingchao was about to perform well with a solemn look on his face, when suddenly, he heard Shen Yu say seriously beside Xia Mo. Well, Xia Mo, I'll trouble you and Xiao Jingchao to take care of the luggage in the car. I'll take the rest of the boys and girls to get the daily necessities and other things distributed during the military training. Okay. Shen Yu's direct order also caught Xia Mo off guard. Xia Mo glared slightly and thought, it seems that Shen Yu is really angry. This is pure revenge. Sister Yu, you are so cruel. Xia Mo smiled bitterly in his heart. Helpless at this moment, he could only nod and smile, okay. However, before Xia Mo finished his words, he saw that Shen Yu in front of him had turned around and left. As far as the eyes go, they walk farther and farther away. Then, at the end of summer, Shen Yu raised his hand and called out to the classmates in front of him, the rest of the classmates, come, put your luggage here first, and then follow me. Oh, okay. The boys responded most enthusiastically. Xia Mo immediately sighed helplessly, saying that they were all lazy and just wanted to take it easy. I give up. Of course, there are also some girls who are equally cheerful. You really have no sympathy at all. At this moment, Xiao Jingchao's face was completely black. Teacher Shen Yu, you are too biased. Revenge, naked revenge. Xia Mo, it's now 10 o'clock in the morning on September 3rd. Are you willing to be my boyfriend, Lin Chen? At this moment, when Xiao Jingchao was about to have a good talk with Xia Mo about this matter, suddenly, he heard Lin Chen's cheerful voice suddenly rang out beside him. He turned his head and saw Lin Chen standing in front of Xia Mo like a lively and cute rabbit. She put her hands behind her waist, leaned forward, smiled cheerfully, and looked so beautiful and refreshing. To be honest, at this moment, Xia Mo was still recovering from the shock. Lin Chen's sudden confession was really too sudden. Xia Mo took a deep breath and frowned slightly. You are a bad person. Lin Chen immediately frowned in confusion. What do you mean? Xia Mo stepped back. Sister, you must have been paying attention to me. If I were to flirt with Lin Chen again, I don't know how Sister you would punish me next given her temper. Look. The best proof is that you are asked to move the luggage yourself. Sister Yu, please calm down. I was really forced. Look, she is harassing me again. At the end of summer, we retreated again. Seeing this, Lin Chen pouted and said with a smile, why are you stepping back? I won't eat you. Yes. You can't, but someone can. Xia Mo, why did you just say I was a bad person? Xia Mo smiled, because you almost scared me to death just now. Har har har. Lin Chen immediately laughed, my bad. So, you don't want this situation to happen again, right? Xia Mo immediately responded, of course. Then obey me. Xia Mo, be my boyfriend. Lin Chen's smile can still make people let go of the heavy burden so quickly. Such healing. Unfortunately, the same words still apply, sorry, I really have someone in my heart. After Xia Mo finished speaking, she nodded slightly at Lin Chen. After that, he turned around and left, then called to Xiao Jingchao in front of him and said, come on, fatty, get to work. Start moving the luggage. At this moment, Lina Chen still had a little disappointment in her eyes. Then, she looked at Xia Mo from behind. After a moment of silence, she smiled and said, "It's okay. There's a long way to go. The confession failed at 10 o'clock. Then I'll continue at 11. If 11 o'clock doesn't work, then 12 o'clock. I don't believe that true love can be exchanged for true love. Is your heart, Xia Mo, made of stone?" At this moment, Shen Yu continued to slow down his pace in front. His brows were already wrinkled to the top. She confessed again. "And what about yourself?" But he is fighting with Xia Mo. It seems that if this continues. But this can also prove how much love Xia Mo has for himself. If only I were not a teacher. Lina Chen, hurry up and follow me. Shen Yu couldn't help it after all and looked back. I saw Xia Mo was busy moving the luggage and didn't flirt with Lina Chen again. Humph. You deserve it, stinky summer end. Chapter 24 Instructor Yu. This trip of more than 20 people moving luggage made Xia Mo and Xiao Jingchao move until lunchtime. At this moment, when the last suitcase slipped out of Xiao Jingchao's hands, he sat down directly on the stairs downstairs of the dormitory building. Oh my god. I'm so tired. Before he finished speaking, Xiao Jingchao turned around and leaned his back against the white wall. Why are there so many stairs in this damn place? It would be great if we could drive the car up here. Xia Mo curled her lips and smiled. It feels like you are 10 pounds thinner now than before. Shut up. Xiao Jingchao shouted immediately. Xia Mo was a little confused and frowned. What's wrong? Did I provoke you? Xiao Jingchao sat up straight, looked at Xia Mo with an unhappy face and said, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be so tired. Xia Mo was not stupid. He tasted it carefully and immediately realized that Xiao Jingchao was hinting at the relationship between himself and Shen Yu. Xia Mo was also very clear at this moment that Xiao Jingchao had already seen through the relationship between him and Shen Yu. But Xia Mo couldn't admit it. At least, not now. Are you hungry? Let's go eat. Xia Mo immediately changed the subject. Before he finished speaking, Xia Mo turned and left. Xiao Jingchao was so tired that he didn't want to move, especially since he had just sat down. He didn't get up, but continued to sit on the steps, watching Xia Mo's slowly leaving body and shouted loudly, "Idiot, if I were you, I would learn from Lina Chen and make a brave and bold confession." What the hell? Xia Mo, you're not afraid of anything. Are you a man? Are you a man? Xia Mo did not respond to Xiao Jingchao's topic, but said as he walked, "Do you want to go?" Xiao Jingchao was immediately irritated by Xia Mo. "I'm not hungry." "Then I'm going to eat." In fact, Xia Mo didn't know where to eat. After all, she had just arrived here and was not familiar with the place. All Xia Mo wanted was to stay away from Xiao Jingchao. Idiot. Xiao Jingchao glared at Xia Mo, who was speeding away from him. A complete idiot. I don't have your conditions to be favored by Teacher Shen Yu. Otherwise, I will definitely take down Teacher Shen Yu. You are really torturing my goddess by doing this. I really want to give him a good scolding. It really makes me worry. In the fat man's view of love, letting go and making the person you love happy is also good. After all, he knew that a forced melon is not sweet. When looking for a partner, you should find someone whose eyes are full of you, and your eyes should also be full of the other person. Otherwise, even if you are together, you will not be happy. Fat people should be happy, and not have the regrets that pop up every now and then after being together. Hey! Idiot, remember to confess your feelings. Xiao Jingchao really couldn't bear it anymore. Looking at Xia Mo, who was getting farther and farther away, he raised his head and shouted loudly. Xia Mo heard it. After all, Xiao Jingchao shouted very loudly. He didn't turn around, but just raised his hand and waved, "Don't worry, I will bring you food. Go." This idiot. Xiao Jingchao was extremely angry at this moment. I cursed Xia Mo in my heart, "You idiot, you deserve it." Xia Mo continued to walk forward at a faster pace. After a while, he glanced back and saw that Xiao Jingchao was no longer in sight. He then slowed down his pace and sighed softly. You are the idiot. You are the second fool. Yes, I deserve it. But I do. Do you think I don't want to be as brave and bold as Lina Chen and confess my love to Shen Yu? I like Shen Yu so much, you don't need to tell me, I miss her more than anyone else. I want it more than anyone else. But I can't. I can't. Well, it's late summer now and I'm in no mood to eat. So he raised his eyes and looked at the playground in front of him. There was a seat under a sunshade at the edge of the playground. Without thinking much, he quickened his pace and walked towards it. Just sit quietly for a while, it will be more useful than anything else. Speaking of which, I have been quite happy these past few days. I met Shen Yu again at Shanghai University, and Shen Yu was the head teacher of my class. But it seems that I always feel more worried than happy. I don't know why. At the end of summer, sitting down comfortably, then tilting your head back, closing your eyes, facing the blue sky and white clouds blocked by the awning, quietly feeling the summer breeze whistling by your ears, is so. Late summer. Lina Chen's voice always startles people when it sounds suddenly. Oh my god. Xia Mo trembled physically and mentally, and immediately jumped up from the chair. Looking over, I saw Lina Chen still fiddling with her clothes, looking lively, cheerful and cute, with her hands behind her waist and smiling brightly. Her smile is so warm, just like the summer at this moment. It's 12 o'clock in the morning on September 3rd. Are you willing to be my boyfriend, Lina Chen? Okay. Here we go again. Xia Mo smiled helplessly. Yi Chen, how could I make you so infatuated with me? Can't I change? Lina Chen smiled naturally and said, can being handsome be changed? Xia Mo smiled speechlessly. Please let me go. Really, please let me go. I really have someone in my heart. It's impossible for us to be together. So, you should just look at other people. You will definitely be able to find a better partner than me. I'm not lying to you, really. You won't lie to me. Lina Chen glared slightly. Xia Mo nodded immediately. Well, I won't lie to you. Well, then tell me, who is the one in your mind? You said in the car earlier that it was ours. Who was it? Lina Chen's eyes seemed to see through everything. Xia Mo looked at her quietly, and immediately felt in his heart that she was really smart. Who is it? Lina Chen asked again with a smile. Xia Mo couldn't say anything, she just smiled slightly and turned her head away to avoid looking at Lina Chen. Lina Chen looked at Xia Mo and immediately curled her lips and smiled. Liar. Xia Mo widened his eyes slightly. I didn't lie to you, did I? Lina Chen pouted unhappily and said, no. You do. What do you mean? Lina Chen continued to pout. You clearly don't have anyone in your heart. Why did you lie to me and say you do, just to reject me? What's wrong with me? Tell me, can't I change? Lina Chen said this very loudly. My ears hurt a little from the shock in late summer. I felt sad and wondered why you didn't just use a loudspeaker to shout. Xia Mo just frowned and sighed, then he heard Lina Chen's voice next to him again. Hey, teacher Shen Yu. Lina Chen shouted and waved. Instructor Yu, good afternoon. Har har har. Good afternoon, Xiaolin. Xia Mo just stared, thinking, Shen Yu is here. Then, he suddenly heard a clear male voice behind him. Instructor Yu. Male. Who is it? He actually stayed with Shen Yu. Chapter 25 Summer is jealous. Xia Mo just thought for a moment, then immediately turned around and looked back. Suddenly, Xia Mo saw that next to Shen Yu, there was a sturdy young man who was more than 1.8 meters tall, almost the same height as himself, with a refreshing and tough appearance. He is the instructor you mentioned by Lina Chen. Long. Isn't Instructor Yu very handsome? Just as Xia Mo was about to sigh, Lina Chen's lively voice suddenly rang in Xia Mo's ears. Xia Mo raised his eyes and looked at Instructor Yu next to Shen Yu. It's not fake, to be honest, it's very handsome. Xia Mo only admitted this in his heart. After all, no boy would openly admit that other boys are more handsome than him. This is the truth. Instructor Yu's temperament is that of a real man, a tough guy. At this moment, Shen Yu, who is sexy and gentle, is beside him. I feel like they are perfect match. My heart aches a little at the end of summer. I gritted my teeth and felt very uncomfortable. Why should she go with him? Xia Mo was staring at Instructor Yu closely at this moment, and he didn't even notice that Shen Yu was looking at him. Seeing this, Lina Chen curled her lips and smiled beside Xia Mo. I just said it so loudly, Xia Mo, you lied to me that you have someone in your heart. In fact, Lina Chen said it so loudly on purpose. She had already seen Shen Yu and Instructor Yu appear beside the playground. What's wrong? Are you obsessed with Instructor Yu's handsomeness? Lina Chen looked at Xia Mo and joked. Xia Mo was about to turn around and respond to Lina-chan, bullshit. Is he as handsome as me? Just when he was about to turn around and respond, suddenly, Lina-chan's voice rang out again beside him. Hey! Look, Teacher Shen is helping Instructor Yu clean his clothes. They are so sweet. They are such a perfect match. They are a perfect match made in heaven. Right? Xia Mo. Lina-chan did it on purpose. Xia Mo immediately looked up and saw that Shen Yu was raising his hand and gently patting Instructor Yu on the shoulder. It seemed that Instructor Yu's clothes were a little dirty, so she helped him clean them. To be honest, this action was not ambiguous, but then, when Xia Mo saw Shen Yu and Instructor Yu suddenly smiled at each other while taking pictures, Xia Mo's heart ached. Now, it's ambiguous. He felt like his girlfriend had been kidnapped. Heartache. It really hurts. Xia Mo, why don't you speak? Lina-chen stared at Xia Mo quietly for a while, then bent down and lowered her head to look at the expression on Xia Mo's face. It was extremely ugly. It was as if I had eaten something extremely disgusting. Xia Mo, what's wrong with you? Why do you look so bad? Lina-chen was staring at Xia Mo from a close distance, and her sudden question immediately brought Xia Mo back from her sad days. Xia Mo turned to look at Lina-chen, and was silent for a moment before smiling and saying, "It's okay. Maybe it's because the weather is too hot. I'm leaving." Before he finished speaking, Xia Mo stood up and left. Lina-chen immediately asked, "Where are you going?" When Xia Mo was unhappy, he felt that he had to vent his anger, otherwise, he thought, it would hurt his body. So, his way of venting has always been, running. Running. Lina-chen muttered to herself. However, before Lina-chen could recover and talk to Xia Mo, she heard the sound of running in front of her. On the red track, at the top, in the summer sun, Xia Mo put on the wired headphones he carried with him and started running at a steady pace. As to why he grew to be over 1.8 meters tall, Xia Mo thought that it had a lot to do with his love of running. Call. On the runway, Xia Mo took a deep breath and the complex emotions in his heart began to release. Then, Lina-chen, who was standing under the awning, suddenly heard some classmates passing by on the edge of the playground starting to talk casually. Who is this? Is it Xia Mo, the hottie in the art education class 1? Yeah, it seems to be him. Why is he running in such a hot day with such a bright sun? You don't understand this. This shows that there is a reason why he is so handsome. You are good at analysis. In my opinion, he is just letting out his emotions. Otherwise, only a fool would run on the playground right now. Emotional problems. Har har har, you're good at analysis too. Nothing wrong. I heard from the people in their class that the beauty class's most beautiful girl, Lina-chen, confessed her love to Xia Mo in the car this morning. She even forcefully kissed Xia Mo. So, it must be a relationship problem. After hearing this, Lina-chen rolled her eyes. People with big mouths are so annoying. Xia Mo, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I just wanted to get you. Lina-chen narrowed her eyes and watched Xia Mo continue running at a steady pace on the track. Sorry. At this moment, on the edge of the playground, Shen Yu turned his head and looked at Xia Mo on the runway after hearing the discussion of his classmates. He is already sweating profusely. If he keeps running like this, he will get exhausted and have heat stroke. This boy is very special. Shen Yu just thought of this, and Instructor Yu too suddenly smiled beside Shen Yu. He really likes boys who do special things, like now, running on the track in the end of summer under the scorching sun. Shen Yu glanced back at Yu too and said with a perfunctory smile, the people in our class are really worrying. At this moment, her mind was filled with Xia Mo's figure. If he keeps running like this, he'll faint. How dizzy will he be after he finishes running? The handsome smile on Yu too's face was nothing in Shen Yu's eyes at this moment. Just like the wind, it blows away. Instructor Yu is so handsome. Yes. Standing together with Teacher Shen, they are truly a perfect match. They look so good together. I bumped into it. After hearing this, Yu too raised the corners of his mouth and smiled. He turned his eyes, but saw that Shen Yu at this moment was focusing all his attention on the playground. It all depends on the boy who is running under the scorching summer sun. So, she probably didn't hear what the classmates were talking about just now. Sorry, I have something else to do, so I'll leave first. Just as Yu too was thinking about this, he heard Shen Yu beside him suddenly say this. He didn't even turn his head or look at me, but stared at the boy who was running on the playground, and said this to me with the back of his head. To be honest, you two's self-confidence was a little hit at this moment. The boy who is running is really handsome. They just care about the students in their own class. What are you thinking about? Good. You two just responded, raised his eyes, and saw Shen Yu already striding and speeding towards the playground. No response myself. At the end of summer. Suddenly, you two heard Shen Yu's voice fiercely sounded in front. Chapter 26 I want to if possible. Xia Mo continued running with headphones on. He couldn't hear Shen Yu's shouting at all, not at all. Xia Mo's favorite music by Jay Cho was playing in his headphones. He was sweating profusely just to let his complicated emotions continue to be released until they reached the extreme. Suddenly, at this moment, a figure suddenly accelerated from behind Xia Mo and ran in front of Xia Mo, stretched out his hands, and blocked Xia Mo's way. Stop. Shen Yu stood in front of Xia Mo at this moment, frowning to the extreme. You are a fool. Are you stupid? Shen Yu really felt sorry for Xia Mo at this moment. No matter what, he couldn't torture himself like this, right? Stinky summer end, are you stupid? Shen Yu's eyes were red. She faced the scorching sun and opened her eyes as wide as possible, staring at Xia Mo closely, just to let Xia Mo clearly see the heartache in her eyes. If there were no one around, Shen Yu would really want to raise his hand to pat Xia Mo's chest, and then yell at him angrily, Xia Mo, are you stupid? Xia Mo took off her headphones and was stunned when she saw Shen Yu, whose eyes were already red. He didn't expect Shen Yu to come and stop him. He thought. You? At this moment, Xia Mo had a lot of things to say to Shen Yu, but after thinking for a long time, Xia Mo still didn't know how to say it or where to start. Shen Yu frowned immediately when he saw it. You didn't take the medicine, did you? At this moment, Shen Yu's heart was still so angry. What she hates most is people who torture themselves to vent their emotions. She thinks this is unhealthy. After being scolded by Shen Yu in a tactful way, Xia Mo immediately stared with surprise and froze. I was thinking to myself, Sister Yu, I haven't talked about you yet. You were just there with Instructor Yu. Why are you suddenly the first to complain now? You're sick, aren't you? Shen Yu became angrier and angrier as he thought about it, and continued to be angry at Xia Mo. Xia Mo's eyes widened slightly again. What's wrong with me? Shen Yu's worries were fully revealed on his frowning brows. What if you faint from heat stroke? What if your brain is damaged because of the fainting? What if you are disfigured? What if you lose your memory? And what if you forget about me? Tears welled up in Shen Yu's eyes. I don't want to play some bloody amnesia plot in a TV series with you. I want you to be fine. Do you hear me? Shen Yu Qiang held back her tears. She knew that the tears could only roll around in her eyes and not fall. Just now, my voice was a little loud. I need to lower it a bit. After all, there are still people around. Some people are watching. In fact, Lina Chen, who was closer, had heard clearly what Shen Yu said excitedly just now. It's no wonder that I always think I have good hearing. Sometimes, having good hearing is not a good thing. Lina Chen's face was full of dissatisfaction at the moment. Well, the opposite happened. Lina Chen turned around and left. If she stayed any longer, she felt like she would be choked to death. Annoying. So annoying. Lina Chen immediately quickened her pace, but the next second, she still heard Shen Yu's voice sounded again beside Xia Mo. Did you hear it? So annoying. Lina Chen frowned and raised her hands, rubbed her hair with both hands in frustration, and continued to quicken her pace forward. Xia Mo was deeply moved. After he recovered, he stared at Shen Yu and looked at him quietly for a while, then nodded gently, yeah. There are still many things I want to say to Shen Yu in my heart, but in the end, I still don't know how to say it. Shen Yu then nodded gently and continued in a low voice, it stinks, go take a shower. After that, Shen Yu turned and left. To be honest, at this moment, Xia Mo really wanted to grab Shen Yu's hand, and then. There is nothing else, I just really think about it. In the end, I still can't. Xia Mo resisted the urge in his heart and continued to clench his hands. In the end, he watched Shen Yu walk away in front of him. Isn't the heart of a teenager always impulsive? Xia Mo is really annoying. As I said before, everything about me is fine, except that sometimes I always think too much. So much so that everything has to be weighed up, and then. Well. Lina-chen has a good personality. Sure. It really stinks. Xia Mo smacked his lips, put away his headphones, and left the playground. Speed up, keep speeding up. Then, Xia Mo got closer and closer to Shen Yu, who was also leaving the playground in front of him. At this time, watching Shen Yu walking in front of her, Xia Mo, who was about to smile, suddenly saw Yu2 suddenly appear from the side of Shen Yu. Teacher Shen. Yu2's smile is very bright. As soon as Xia Mo saw Yu2, he immediately frowned. Hey, Instructor Yu, you haven't left yet. I thought you left. From just now to now, Shen Yu's heart is full of Xia Mo. She didn't even know that Yu2 had been watching her outside the playground from the beginning until now. Waiting for you. Hey, Mr. Shen, why are your eyes red? Shen Yu just cried, and her eyes naturally turned red. Yu2 didn't see Shen Yu crying just now, and Shen Yu couldn't let anyone see it, so there was some surprise on Yu2's face at this moment. How did you do it? Sun-dried? Shen Yu smiled, just as Yu2 thought, and lowered his head and said, It's the sun, this sun is really poisonous. Yu2 nodded gently, and kindly reminded him with a look of understanding, so. You must protect your eyes. Especially for you girls, it is even more important. After that, Yu2 took out the black sunglasses hanging in front of his left chest pocket and handed them to Shen Yu. Teacher Shen, if you don't mind, put them on first. He felt that Shen Yu was a good person. It just so happens that I am single, and I heard that Shen Yu is also single. It feels good, so I can take action. Xia Mo watched from behind the two of them, brows furrowed. Sure enough, outstanding people always have visitors. I won't leave yet. I want to see, Teacher Shen, how you will handle this matter. Looking up, Xia Mo saw that Shen Yu first took a step back and got closer to Xia Mo behind him. Then he smiled and raised his hand, waved at Yu2 and said with a smile, No need, Instructor Yu, I feel fine, and I am still fine now, so, no need. But your eyes are red, so you should wear them. Yu2 really felt sorry for Shen Yu at this moment. After saying that, he took a step forward and handed the sunglasses in his hand closer to Shen Yu. Shen Yu stepped back again, this time not one step, but. No count. Instructor Yu, it's really not necessary. Shen Yu continued to wave his hands and smiled. Really? Listen to me, Teacher Shen, just wear it. Yu2 also walked forward again. Shen Yu had no choice but to continue to retreat. Until this moment, Shen Yu continued to step back, and suddenly, he felt that his back hit someone. Shen Yu immediately turned around and saw Xia Mo nodded and smiled at him. I'm sorry, Mr. Shen, I didn't notice that you would continue to retreat. Shen Yu looked at Xia Mo quietly for a while. Just when she was about to respond to Xia Mo with a smile, she suddenly heard Yu2's voice in front of her again. Teacher Shen, you really don't want to wear these sunglasses. Shen Yu looked at Xia Mo quietly for a while, then turned back to look at Yu2 and smiled. If possible, I want to, if not, forget it. As soon as Shen Yu said this, Xia Mo immediately lowered his head and laughed secretly. Sister Yu, you want to wear couple sunglasses with me, right? So bad. Chapter 27 Annoying Fat Man. Seeing Shen Yu leaning lightly in Xia Mo's arms and asking him for 2 pairs of sunglasses, Yu2 was immediately stunned. What does Shen Yu mean by this? What is this operation? How come there are only 2 of them? After thinking for a long time, Yu2 raised his eyes to look at Xia Mo behind Shen Yu, squinted his eyes, frowned, and savored it meaningfully. After all, no one is a fool. Shen Yu looked at his expression, which seemed to be gradually becoming clearer and clearer at this moment, and immediately smiled. This is exactly the effect she wants. Hello. Yu2, actually, Xia Mo is my boyfriend. So, I want 2 pairs of sunglasses, understand? Is there? Shen Yu continued to smile, but suddenly, she heard Xia Mo's voice behind her, Sorry, Teacher Shen. Just as the words were spoken, when Shen Yu was about to turn around to look at Xia Mo, he suddenly felt Xia Mo gently pushing his back forward. Then, Xia Mo subconsciously kept his distance and stepped back. Shen Yu turned around at this moment, watching Xia Mo retreating with a sad face, and his brows immediately frowned. Stinky late summer, now, I'm not afraid. What are you afraid of? On the road, he is nothing more than a. Feel sorry. At this time, Xia Mo nodded and bowed gently to Shen Yu. I'll go first, you guys chat. Before Shen Yu finished thinking, he heard Xia Mo suddenly speak again. Before she finished her words, she looked up and saw Xia Mo turned and left. You two continued to think deeply. Shen Yu's brows were furrowed to the extreme at this moment. Late summer. Stinky late summer. Stinky late summer. Shen Yu was so angry that she wanted to stomp her feet. But she still had a bit of rationality and knew that she couldn't do that at this moment. So, she had no choice but to watch Xia Mo quietly as he sped away in front of her eyes. Just like that, he sped away without looking back. After you two watched quietly for a while behind Shen Yu, he suddenly smiled. This classmate is quite interesting. Shen Yu turned his back to you two and rolled his eyes, without responding to you two. Goodbye, Instructor Yu. Snort. You said my house stinks in the end of summer and I don't want to pay attention to you. You have so many mouths. Annoying. With his back to you two, he rolled his eyes again and left quickly. You two could only smile helplessly, carefully put away the sunglasses in his hand, and sighed softly, alas. It seems that this is a bit difficult. Instructor Yu, Instructor Yu. At this moment, you two had just put away his sunglasses when he heard a gentle and delicate female voice suddenly sounded behind him. You two turned around and saw 2 or 3 girls who were decent looking running towards him. Coach Yu, can I add you on WeChat? Coach Yu, you are so handsome. Coach Yu, do you have a girlfriend? No. But at this moment, I have it in my heart. After all, none of these girls were as attractive as Shen Yu who had just left them. You two suddenly felt at this moment that his heart was now full of Shen Yu. Shen Yu, Teacher Shen, I won't give up. Okay. By the way, do you have the WeChat of Mr. Shen from the first art class? Then, Xia Mo returned to the boys' dormitory 301, pushed the door open, and looked up. He lived with the same 3 old roommates as in the school dormitory. There is the fat guy Xiao Jingchao, the thin guy Wang Abor, and the strong guy Li Bing who is obsessed with fitness all day long to shape a muscular body. Hey! You're back. As soon as he saw Xia Mo coming back, Xiao Jingchao immediately ignited the atmosphere in the room with his teasing tone. Yeah. Xia Mo nodded lightly, not wanting to say anything more to the fat man, simply because the fat man already knew too much, so it would be better to talk less with him. Then, Xia Mo looked around the so-called new dormitory carefully and felt that the dormitory environment was still a little worse than that of the school, but it was still acceptable after all. It's not too bad. Once you get used to it, it will be fine. Military training lasts 3 weeks. I think it will take me less than a week to get used to it. After all, I don't really care about these things. Come to think of it, I was only supposed to undergo 2 weeks of military training here, which is about half a month. But unfortunately, I was in the art teaching class, so the leaders of the college made the decision. The 1-week outdoor reference activities before the entrance examination for the new students of the art teaching class are also arranged here. Therefore, based on this, the military training was extended by 1 week. Come to think of it, it's quite annoying. But when Xia Mo thought about being able to stay with Shen Yu in such close proximity for another week, he became excited again. Bang! Where's the meal? At this time, Xia Mo was packing her suitcase in front of her bed. Suddenly, Xiao Jingchao slapped Xia Mo's butt hard from behind. Xia Mo immediately felt unhappy and thought that this fat guy must be a gay. Don't you have a butt yourself? Xia Mo was quite annoyed by people like this and these actions. For example, patting the butt, patting the belly, touching the head, etc., so annoying. Can't we communicate normally? I'm really impressed by these idiots. Xiao Jingchao immediately laughed teasingly. Hey! Are you angry? Are you in a bad mood? Xia Mo did not respond, but just lowered his head and continued to pack his suitcase. Xiao Jingchao then turned around and looked at Wang Abor, who had been staring at Xia Mo from behind, and raised his eyes, as if saying to Wang Abor, look, our handsome Xia is angry. Har har har. Didn't you say you would bring me food? Where's the meal? Xiao Jingchao continued with this topic. After all, this was the only topic that was easy to talk about. Xia Mo continued to pack her suitcase and didn't look at Xiao Jingchao beside her. I didn't bring it. Xiao Jingchao immediately responded, did you not bring it with you, or did you not go there at all? Xia Mo immediately turned to look at Xiao Jingchao and looked into his eyes. At this moment, he felt that the fat man seemed to be meddling too much. Annoying. It's really annoying. After looking at the fat man quietly for a while, Xia Mo did not respond to the fat man, but immediately turned around and continued to pack the suitcase in front of him. Xiao Jingchao then curled his lips and laughed. Stupid, don't think I don't know, you went for a run. I'm talking to you about your brain. You seem quite clever and smart when you're studying, but when it comes to that problem, you're just so. Hearing Xiao Jingchao suddenly say this, Xia Mo immediately felt something was wrong. He immediately turned to look at Xiao Jingchao, glared, frowned, and started coughing heavily, cough cough. Xiao Jingchao looked at Xia Mo, and was stunned for a moment, then he smiled and said, "It's okay, we are all family, there is no need to be so nervous." Xia Mo looked at Xiao Jingchao quietly for a while, and had no choice but to remind him helplessly, "Fatty, you can eat whatever you want, but you can't say anything you want. It's better not to be so big-mouthed. It's better to be cautious in what you say and do."